What's good, COD fans, and welcome back to Around the CDL, episode 60. As we were just saying before we started the show, we did our top 30 list on episode 10, I think it was. Now we're doing a different type of top 30, which we're going to touch on more in a second here, but on episode 60. So 60 episodes deep. I can't believe we made it this far, right? I never would have thought, but here we are, man. Same two with me as always, Alex and Preston. Boys, Alex, I'll start with you, bro. How was the weekend? No COD, but how was the weekend and how we doing?
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to celebrate July 4th because Preston told me not to.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, July 4th, we were just chilling, just gaming. Then I went home for the weekend, saw the parents, saw the new Jurassic World Park Universe movie, whatever the fuck it's called. Pretty solid, but solid weekend, no COD, but you know what? We're still back-to-back champs, so I'm gonna hold on that a little bit longer. Oh, and we got our white jersey. I'm just waiting for that ring to release. But yeah, chat.
Preston, how we doing?
Good. First 4th of July in the new house. Had a little party. Had some fireworks. That was cool. It's also the 4th is also my fiance's birthday, so
Nice.
celebrated her this weekend. I had a good weekend. I had a good time, and happy to be here talking about our top 30 CDL players. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, chat. I mean, listen, like we said, I'm going to say it now, but we'll talk about it again probably right before we do it. This is top 30 CDL era pros. So this is just what has happened since the start of the CDL from 2019, or like the end of 2019, I guess, in Modern Warfare to now. This has anything that happened before is like it never happened in the first place. So let me just put that out there now. But first, I think we got to talk about EWC, right? Because we've had a bunch of roster changes, and I mean, I think most of them at this point are like officially announced that we didn't get to talk about last week. So let me just switch this screen over here, and bang, first one's on the screen. Well, we can kind of go in order, but we can kind of just touch on it as it comes. I just got CDL intel pulled up. Capital released from Cloud9. He's gone, and Gwyn is going to be taking his place, which is an upgrade for Cloud9, I think, if I do say so myself. I think getting Gwyn on that team, some people think he's, he doesn't have the most impactful kills on the map, things like that. A lot of pros have said that, but you got to think that's a good move for C9, right? Trying to do something going into EWC.
Yeah, we love Gwyn out here.
We do.
We love Gwyn. So I think it's a good move. Cramp with Gwyn. I mean, I guess we'll see how that works. Did they make any other changes, or was it just that? So
yeah, that was the only one they could make.
Save. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you're upgrading, which is always good.
Yeah.
But how much of an impact will Gwyn make on the map? I guess only time will tell.
I mean, on paper, I like it. Not sure if it pushes much of a needle for me, but we shall see. I think that Kremp and Gwyn as a sub duo could work pretty well, but I don't know. I don't know if this is like a move that, like, to me, it gets them from like top 8 to 10 to like top 6 to 8 at best. For me, it doesn't move too much of a needle for me, unfortunately. But I mean, it's cool. I'm happy for Gwyn. He's finally out of that shithole that he was in the last 2 years. So he has an opportunity to make the most of it, hopefully. I mean, it's only one tournament, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he sticks around long term. Someone in chat asked who's in their bracket. I think C9 is in the Thieves, Surge, Team War group. So they still are going to have to find a way to get through, 100T or Surge, who are, coming off second place at champs. So still a tough group, but it's definitely an improvement, right? I mean, I like Cap. I think Cap has a lot of upside, but he also has a lot of downside, as we've seen throughout his career. And he just was getting smoked a lot of the time this very, very brief stint he had on Cloud9. Not to mention they were just not very good, so I'm sure that didn't help. But they had to make a move. They were able to get Gwyn because Gwyn was a free agent. I guess, again, this is another good thing to note. You're only allowed to make a one-man change if your team was fully under contract, but anybody whose contract ended before EWC, basically you're allowed to make moves in order to fill those gaps. So like Tej and Gwyn, their contracts ended July 1st, apparently. And then Dylan Rex, which I don't think this one's been officially announced yet, is apparently the one who's getting dropped, which is like their one move. But we're obviously going to touch on Ravens. So I think that's how that worked for anyone that's wondering why some teams like Ravens made a 3-man change, apparently, and then some teams could only make one. But Gwyn to C9, this is the big one. Beans dropped from the Toronto Ultra. He's actually going to be going to EWC, playing with Team Orchid, right? Or that's with Banson Co. And Abe, not a BZ, Abe from Challengers, ex-Stallions player, ex-Omit player, is actually going to be joining this team with Kleenex moving to the flex. We actually had 2 fast-paced subs move to a flex, but we'll touch on the other one here in a little bit. What did you guys think about Toronto Ultra's move?
I mean, I said it. I think I said it under that picture. They dropped the wrong AR. Insight is just not doing it for that team anymore, and I think Beans is probably their best player at champs, other than Joe. I don't like the move. I guess they're trying to go the Mercules route again after they saw what Merc could do, and they're like, "Fuck, we let that chance go by. So let's see if we can bring in his teammate, and to see if he can do anything." So, yeah, not the biggest fan of that move.
What an absolute bottle job from the Toronto Ultra camp. I mean, it cannot be understated how much of this entire thing has been a fucking bottle job.
Damn.
You get gifted an absolute superstar in your lap, and you decide to keep fucking Beans in the first place. You decide to keep Beans, and then 2 months later, when the guy wins a ring with another team, you go and drop Beans anyway for nothing. For nothing. You drop him anyways. And your other AR is fucking terrible. He's terrible. I'm sorry, he's terrible. He doesn't move. He's slow as shit. And in the game mode where you can be slow as shit, he's fucking terrible. Look at the card on screen. Look at the card on screen. We don't do too much about cards. We don't like going into stats too much. But a .32 in S&D, when you are one of the slowest ARs in the league, is fucking diabolical. Damn. Catastrophic. Damn. Unheard of. Damn. Can't happen. Damn. And they decide to keep him anyways. I cannot believe what I am watching from the Ultra Camp. I can't. I cannot believe. I don't know what Adam is doing over there. Ultra. I do not know what that guy is doing over there.
Sorry, my alert box, my text-to-speech alert box just went off, but the alert box is not in this scene in OBS. I don't know how it's going off. It doesn't make any sense. It just read Viper's $2 super chat. Kleenex runs Ultra. He loves Jamie. Shout out to Viper for the 2.
Mm.
That being said, I do like the Kleenex to flex move, but that's like the one thing. That's like the one thing out of this that I'm like, you know what, I kind of like that. That's it.
Yeah.
It's
0.3. That's crazy. I can get like a 0.4, 0.5, 0.3. Jesus Christ.
It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate here for Toronto. Viper with another 5. My guy, appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, listen, I will say, right, and Viper says it in his super chat, I thought that Ultra sticking... Bro, the alert's going off again.
Jake, remember when I said during
okay, it's
M3
a different one.
Merc should replace Insight and you told me I wouldn't do that?
Chat, I don't know. Viper, thank you again for the 5. I don't know how it's going off. I got a new computer, so I had to reset up OBS. My alert box is not on this scene. I literally don't know how it's going off.
It's tweaking, chat.
It literally... Can you guys not hear it on stream? Like, am I the only one that hears this in my headphones? Because chat said they didn't hear it earlier, so maybe I'm the only one who can hear it, which I guess if that's... You can, yeah. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. I want to fix that because I don't... Nah, can't hear it. Dumyell's rage baiting me, bro. Dumyell's trying to rage bait me. Hold on, let me see if I go here and I hide the alert box and I come back. All right, either way, though, Viper, thank you for 5. And yes, I was someone who thought maybe Ultra should have stuck with their team because they were on the right trajectory, but that all collapsed after, Beans got stopped by the border agent.
That's a border agent.
That border agent, you guys better have given him the fucking money from the event because, damn.
I talk to him like every now and then. He hits me up.
Yeah. But when you looked at Insight stats, right, as we had pulled up, it definitely doesn't look good when you drop Beans, especially like, I mean, these cards came out like the day after they announced Beans was gone. So this did not help. This definitely did not help their situation. I don't know, but to touch on Abe, I mean, I don't really know a lot about Abe. I know he's good, and I know he's a player that a lot of people think is like has league potential, league caliber, and he's still relatively young. The only thing I'm very interested in, other than to see how he plays, is how Kleenex plays on the flex. Because the pace that he's going to push on that role when you have Insight, I mean, Insight might be on the biggest island you've ever seen on the map. If you have Kleenex, Joe, and Abe all running it down, I have no doubts that I think Kleenex can use an AR. We've seen him use ARs in the past 2 years, right? Pulling it out depending on the map. But I don't know if this is going to be better or worse for them if the pacing's even faster with Insight being the way he is.
I think they're preparing for another AR move.
You think they just delayed it because it's like Insight, staple to the team. Let's not drop him right before EWC.
Yeah. Barring one specific team winning EWC, I think they're waiting for an AR move.
What's the specific team? Them?
No, FaZe.
Oh, I mean, if they win, I don't think they make a change.
They're not winning EWC.
Okay, all right.
I'd be so stunned.
You think the rumors are draw? I mean, the rumor from Hope was draws to Ultra.
Draza makes a lot of sense to me on that team. A faster AR that will match the pace of Kleenex on a flex. I mean, he won't be Kleenex, obviously. Kleenex is a crackhead, but he'll at least keep up the pace of play. Not fucking Iron Boots over there in fucking Scotland 1932. Not him. I don't understand this move, but I digress.
Is that a point of team too fast? Too fast?
I don't know if that's a thing.
I really don't know.
It wouldn't be a thing this year. I don't think it'll be a thing next year either, based on what we've seen about the game.
I really don't know. But in other news, the Vegas Falcons have dropped Priesta. The Vegas Falcons have dropped Priesta. And they picked up TJ to come on this team with Xnid moving to the flex. Another one of those.
It's just straight vibes. They're not serious. It's just for the funsies. Like they know Pred and Teaser boys.
They're waiting to splash the cash in the offseason.
Yeah, this team just doesn't give a fuck about EWC. It's just let's just team up with our boys, a little bit of friendship cheese, rather than let's actually try to get some money out of EWC.
This to me was just a question mark. I don't like it. I don't dislike it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I saw this and I'm like, what? This is so random. Like, I think they're just, I don't know. I don't know. This one, like, this is definitely not a needle mover. This is more just I think this is TJ Haley's last hoorah is what this is.
Chalk it up. Let him get a bag.
Yeah, let him get a bag and get it out. That's it.
This is like, and I saw actually a lot of Falcons fans in the comments. I had to translate all the posts, right? They were all like, why are we recycling old players? Like, why is our team not trying to bring in
my prediction.
Hold on, Viper's text-to-speech is going off. I don't know why it's going off.
Pred and Xnid.
Viper, thank you for the 5, bro.
Players.
Thank you for the 5. Rick said, can you balance your guys' audio out? Jake's voice is way louder than the other two. I can.
I mean, that's 4 subs, Viper. What the fuck?
I can bump them up like this, and I can turn myself down.
That team might be faster. That team might be faster than those. Sorry, they will be faster than those. Jesus Christ.
Who the hell's holding the hedge on that team, dude? Who's holding the heady?
He's just banging out.
Simp and Pred can flex? So you have 2 subs going to flex. We don't know how they flex. And then you have 2 SMG. Okay.
And you would have Pred flex who refused to flex on Optic.
That team might be the worst team of all time.
Damn.
What the fuck?
But yeah, I don't know why the Falcons didn't just try to pick somebody up, right? Like somebody young that's unproven just to see, bro, just to see. Maybe you find, right? Like Craze or Mamba, right? You just try to get somebody to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess they're just okay with losing this because the Falcons organization under the umbrella has so many other teams that are going to win. They just don't care. They just don't care.
Yeah, the TJ move is just like, meh, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Bello was also dropped from the LA Gentlemates. He is a restricted free agent, which is quite unfortunate for him, which means he, couldn't just go anywhere for free. Not that I think anyone was going to pick him up necessarily for UWC, but Diamond Con from Team War is coming on in for the Gentlemates here. I think Alex had a reply to this tweet that I thought was pretty good.
I said friendship cheese.
I don't see your tweet's not right at the top, but there's a lot of people that also said friendship cheese.
I mean, what a miraculous thing that the coach, new GM, whatever the person is, was a coach for LAG, picks up his boy. Also, I think he coached for Team War as well. Picks up DC when Team War has begun their ass waxed by both of my teams, all of challengers.
My bad.
True.
And the way better options. But friendship cheese, it is what it is. Wish nothing but success for the guy, but I don't know. That move just doesn't make any sense to me.
You know what? I actually like Diamond Con as a player. I really do. I think I've given some flowers to Diamond Con when I've seen him play. I think last year he kind of progressively, as the season went on, got a little worse, which it hurt his stock a bit.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of the year, he was one of the better ARs in the game. He was playing really, really well. And I think that he's actually a pretty solid player. He played well in Challengers all year this year. But, I just don't know. I understand these EWC moves. I'm not expecting, anything massive to happen for EWC. But some of these things just,
Yeah. I remember, I think it was a couple days before any of these announcements came out, and Zuma was like, I'm hearing all these things, and Sir Plum with 5 gifted out of nowhere. Okay, Sir Plum, chat, give me some W's in the chat. Sir Plum, absolute GOAT. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I don't know how I'm logged into the Around the CDL YouTube on OBS, but it's completely scuffed, bro. Everything is scuffed right now when it comes to this stream. This is what I get for getting a new PC. But Sir Plum, thank you. And Viper with another 2, my guy. He said, pull up overall Challengers BO6 stats. I can pull it up real quick while we talk about this.
Jake Maverick, dude. What a piece of shit.
Dude, the alert, chat, I don't know why the alert's going off, but I added a new alert sound for that. I think that's so funny.
W Plum.
Shout out Sir Plum, shout out Viper. There goes the alerts. The alerts are also loud as
Pull up
fuck.
Challengers overall BO6 stats.
Yeah, we ask the same question all the time. Why the fuck do we recycle the same players? It pisses us off too. It genuinely makes us mad. We don't understand. What difference, what difference is it going to make if a Challengers player that we don't know how good they are comes in and sucks versus someone we know that sucks comes in and sucks? The only difference is we knew that player sucked. We knew. If you take a chance on a Challengers player and he sucks, okay, well, you took a chance. Dylan Rex, he sucked for the Ravens, but they took a chance. Okay, they could have did something else. They could have brought in Adam Assault or some shit where we know he's ass, but at least they took a chance on somebody that we didn't see. Same results, but I don't understand the recycling either. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just either friendship cheese or people are just afraid of picking someone up that gets smoked and getting flamed for it, which, I don't know, bro. Just give it a try, man. Just give it a try.
Yeah.
Just try to pick up somebody to move the needle.
There was 4 more ARs that you could have brought on from a team that was waxing your ass the entire Challenger season, and none of them got picked up.
Yeah.
So
it is actually, that's a good, instead of bringing up these stats, I mean, this is technically somewhat opinion based here from CDC Intel, aka Challengers Intel, but they put out their top 30 or top 20 Challengers players from this year. And so you can see they got Diamond Con at number 11. So shout out to CDC Intel for just everything they do for Challengers and putting in the work to make this list. But this is, according to them, obviously someone who's a dedicated Challengers page, this is who they think the top 20 were. And, maybe the order's a little bit, you can kind of change certain things, I'm sure. But This is just to give people an idea, I guess, of what, Challengers players could have or should have been picked up, right? Afro reportedly is being picked up, F Dot and Cobra, as well as Diamond Con, as well as Neum. Well, Neum's going to Team War, I guess, in place of Diamond Con, but he's still going to EWC. So handful of names on here heading to the Esports World Cup in some way or another, but none of the omit guys somehow, bro. None of the omit guys somehow. Also, Luke with the 2 and Viper with another 5. Thank you guys. For real.
Never learned. They never learned.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. And Abe. I forgot about Abe as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of players on here, but dude, Craze or Mamba got to get picked up. Especially Craze. I mean, he won everything except for one major.
I can't believe
Optic
somebody
simp.
didn't take a chance
Sorry,
on it. I
who?
cannot believe
Pack a
somebody
punch
did not take a
always.
chance on it.
Yeah.
What was what? I don't know.
Hold on. The alerts are
like-
going off, and I don't know if they can hear you guys when
I
the
don't
alerts,
want
the
to see
text
our
speech is on.
cities or T-Fel on a
I like
CDL
Cap.
roster ever
I
again.
like Cap a
They
lot,
can
but
stay
we've
in
seen Cap
challengers and
every single year
babysit
at the
newcomers
CDL.
until
Why
their
does-
fingers fall off.
Why could Craze not get picked up from C9 there? What are we doing?
It doesn't make any sense. I genuinely would love to talk to GMs and just ask them how do you make the decision of who to pick up? Is it your own? Is it your own choice? Is it the team? Is it the players that decide? Is it a bit of both? What makes you decide to pick up one player over another, especially when one has been really good and has been winning everything? Because, I mean, winning in tier 2 has got to be it's the best thing you could do because you're not in tier 1. I don't know. I really don't know. Was there any other moves that we forgot about?
I mean, you touched on the Ravens one, the F dot, the Afro, and
F dot Afro Cobra with Slasher.
Cobra. Yeah,
That's
I
it.
like that. That I like.
They actually did what we're talking about. We want people to do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That was my favorite one that I've seen.
Sad, bro.
Cobra and F dot both have not been in the league yet. And then Afro has obviously been bounced in and out of the league for a few years at this point, but has been really good at Black Ops 6. So I'm glad they're trying something. I wonder how this might potentially impact a Gentlemates roster next season. Because I kind of thought maybe they would go this route of building an EU type of roster. But if Ravens like these guys, and let's say they don't sell their spot, which everyone thinks they're going to anyway, and they keep them, what are the Gentlemates going to do? I don't really know.
Okay.
I still can't.
You
believe
snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
playing. I cannot believe that shit.
Sir Plum with another 2. Thank you. And Viper with another 2. Let's go. Cobra to Ravens, Real joining Ravens. You think he's just quick and he's gone?
A little bit of a different situation, but I get you.
Yeah. I don't know, but I will give the Ravens props. That organization apparently, and I mean, from the things I've heard and obviously from what we've seen, have not really done a whole lot of good things in the CDL, but I will say I like that they are trying something like this. I mean, maybe it was just because these players are cheaper, right? Yeah, that could be it. But I respect the potential effort of picking up some young talent or some unproven
the new
talent.
Strap, the new Pred, whatever the case may be. The new Merc.
You never know, dude. You really never know. But yeah, I think that's all the moves, right? We did C9, Ravens, LAG, Falcons, Ultra.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
And lap too, the lap move.
Oh yeah, they picked me up.
They picked Jake Maverick up and places Scrappy dude.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, you guys should have seen me on ranked testing out the new PC. I was pissing.
I can't confirm.
I was slamming.
Yeah, chat. I pulled up Discord on my phone and I just see them in a call and I said, wow.
Okay.
No invite, no nothing. This guy should don't
Okay.
fuck with me like that.
If Optic doesn't get top 2 in EWC, do you consider simp? I mean, to be honest, you consider simp no matter what, at least a little bit. It's simp. But they just
Everything
won
depends
champs.
on this tournament, man. We shall see.
Dude, it's how LAT does, how FaZe does is going to depend what happens with those rosters, and then what happens with those will literally ripple affect the rest of the league. Gentlemates might be willing to splash the cash. Falcons, if any other orgs buy in, they might be willing to drop a bag. Who knows what Ultra want to do? There's a lot, bro. There's a lot that could happen this offseason, or LAT and FaZe could get first and second, and then neither of them change, and nothing happens, and it's boring.
Yeah.
Dash retires out of the blue.
No way Dashy retires off back to back. You got to try to go for the three-peat.
Yeah.
You
can't, right?
You have to.
You just
I
can't.
think,
Like,
I think if he does, they pick up this guy named Caesar Season.
season might actually. You guys, you might be younger than Dashy or like the same age. So
Yeah.
It'll basically be the same thing, chat.
Okay. I'm so sure. I'm so sure. All right, let's do our top 30.
you want to do the list? You want to do the
Let's
list?
do it. Let's do it.
All right. Again, let me preface this for anyone that's either just joining or didn't hear earlier. This is our top 30 CDL era pros. So this is just what has happened in the CDL in the last 6 seasons. Anything that happened before is literally omitted from history. Shout out omit for the sake of this video. So like Simp's win, his ring in BO4 does not count for him in this video. Everything Crim6 did, everything Scump did pre-CDL does not count. Anyone who played in the CWL but didn't play in the CDL is literally not going to be here. It is strictly the last 6 years. It is strictly the last 6 years, okay? This is
From
this
MW
is
2019 and
BO6 to BO6.
to BO6.
Right. So this, I will say, this was genuinely like kind of like difficult because comparing like a younger player to an older player or like someone with 3 wins to someone with like one win, 1 ring type, it was tough, bro. It was genuinely really tough. Viper with another 2. Let's go Viper. Thank you, bro.
What the fuck? I just saw your super chat. Preston and Alex paycheck.
So let me
What the
switch.
fuck?
Base fans won't like this list. I think they'll like it, bro.
Yeah, I think they'll like it.
I think they'll like it. All right, so let me switch this. Let me hit a little zoom.
Oh, I didn't do any honorable mentions.
Honorable mention. I know Preston said he had a couple. This is literally a copy and paste of our top 30 all time. I just used the same format.
Mhm.
Last time we did 5s until we got to top 10, and then we did 1s. Is that how we want to do it?
Yeah, I
again?
think we do it that way again.
Okay,
And Judd
all
C asks a good question. What is the ranking criteria? Is it skills? Is it wins? It's everything. It's everything, but all of
Yeah,
us had our
it's-
own, I guess, like how we wanted to weight things.
Yeah. Preston and Jake had a formula. I just freeballed it and said, this guy seems about right here. I'm not gonna lie.
I had a formula. So what I did was I took it, and since we did CDL era, I took it as a player's total event wins divided by the amount of years they played in the CDL, and that was my number that I picked. However many MVPs they got, I gave them 2 times the amount of whatever their win to year ratio is. And however many rings they got, I gave them a 5-time ratio to their win to year ratio, or their win to year number. And that gave me a sum. And whatever that sum was, from highest to lowest, I ranked. I will say, the list that I came up with, pretty fucking good in my opinion. There were 3 that I had to move on my because it was catered a little weird, but I think it works.
It's good.
Plum.
Plum with another 5. Shout out to Sir Plum, man. Yeah, it's going to be, listen, we all obviously considered wins. We considered MVPs. We considered rings. We considered how good people are. But how I weigh to win might be different than how Preston does, how Alex does, how we weigh individual performance might be different across each other. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. I literally just gave up. I looked at my top 30 after like an hour and I was like, I'm just sticking with it, bro. Fuck it, we're balling. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. So, I mean, let's get it started, man. I know Alex said he didn't have an honorable mention. So, I mean, if you have any you want to just shout out, Alex, feel free. But Preston, if you want to give your honorable mentions first, go for it.
Sure. My honorable mentions, I have 3. They are Sib, Cammy, and Ghosty in no order. They are Sib, Cammy, and Ghosty. They did not make the top 30 for my list. They are 31, 32, and 33 if you want to look at it that way.
Fair enough.
Those are my top 3 in the honor mentions.
Okay.
I'll throw in Zuma as my honorable mention. He's a cool dude.
Shout out Zuma, bro.
Shout out Zuma, sponsor us.
Shout
brother.
out sponsorizing. Aren't we kind of like his competition, low key, though? We're just another CDL podcast.
I guess.
So I don't know if you'd sponsor us. A couple honorable mentions I wrote down. I also had Sib as an honorable mention. I had Major Maniac. And I also had Awakening. And I also had Slasher. Those are all some guys that I thought maybe could have been on the list. We're kind of right on the border. So I just sort of, we'll throw them in the honorable mention list. The honorable mentions are just kind of whatever, right? It's just throw them in there to give people some props, but let's do it, man. Let's get into the top 30. Chat, we're going to do it exactly how Preston said earlier. We're going to go 5 at a time. So like Alex will give us 5, then Preston, then me. And then we get to the top 10, we'll do it 1 at a time. So Alex, let's go, man. 30 to 25 or 30 to 26, technically. Give us what you think.
I did this in like 10 minutes.
This guy.
I did this in like 10 minutes. Jake sent us a spreadsheet of all the accolades, which thank you. That was very helpful. I appreciate that.
Gotcha.
And I said, you know what, brother looks, he seems right here. Like he seems cool right here. So I don't have a particular reason why I have certain, I think from like 30 to like 15. I don't have a reason why I have them there. They just seem to go they just seem to go there. All right, we're gonna start at 30. I have Havoc. It's a cool dude, solid dude. Has 3 wins. Wish his career would have been a little longer, but I know he's grinding with content, so shout out to him. 29. I have Frosty. Yeah, great dude. I think he also had 3 wins. So I'm pretty sure. 28, I have Dan Ghosty, which might come as a surprise for some people, to be honest. But to be honest, what Dan has done when he came onto Optic in the MW2 year, I hold a lot because he kind of that whole turmoil of Scum retiring, Illy to AR, Dashy getting dropped. It was just a turmoil. So Ghosty coming on, I have Ghosty on there. And then at 27, I have Pharaoh, RP, my guy. I have him at 27. He won a lot during the MW 2019 year, and not a lot, but he won 3 times. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I have him there. At 26, I have Cammy. He's been pretty ass the last couple of years, but that Cold War year, that fucker was undeniable. Optic could not beat him. So, yeah, that's my list.
Those are the first 5. I like it. I like it. I think we're in the same ballpark so far.
Any critiques?
I mean, chat's already saying that you lost them. Chat, you guys do have to realize, this is not like, okay, this player is just a better player than this. Like, this is like their careers in the CDL, right? It's an all-time ranking. It's not how good they are at COD. It's how good they are at COD and their career accomplishments. And B, you got to realize, bro, like these guys at the bottom have 2 or 3 wins. Like, there's not as many years of players to have a couple of wins here and there. There's only 6 years to go off of.
Yeah.
Frosty's career lasted 1 year, but he's got him almost at 30. He's got 3. He got 3 wins in 1 year.
Yeah. But again, everyone has their own.
Yep.
Their own thing. Someone said ads are broken.
Ads are broken.
Nathan, refresh, brother. That should probably help.
Yeah, you might have to hit a refresh. All right, Preston, you're up.
All right. Bringing up my rear, I got the dog shit man himself, Jamie Insight Craven. He's my 30 today. Good old Iron Boots bringing up the rear. 29, I also have Cold Havoc. I know he's 30 for you, but I got Havoc at 29. 3 wins. Not bad. I mean, he played a while and only 3 wins. 3 wins over 4 years in the CDL. Not too bad. Pretty solid. 28, I had Bance. Ben Bance. Made a grand final. Lost, but was one of their better players that year, I would say. And definitely showed up in that grand final. Has a couple wins as well, so shout out Ben Bance. 27, I have Zuma. Honestly, only played 1 year in the CDL. Retired before the Black Ops Cold War season started. But had a good solid year on that New York team, and it's Zuma, man. It's Zuma, so he comes in at 27 for me. And 26, I got Matthew Formal Piper. He's my 26 today. 2 wins on the Huntsman. Didn't win shit in Black Ops Cold War. That was the last year he played, but 2 wins in 2 years. That gets you 26 on my list this year. And those are my bottom 5.
Wow. Okay, chat. What do you think about Preston's 5? I mean, people already roasted Alex's 5. Yours 5 is honestly it's almost completely different. Other than Havoc. Other than Havoc, you guys have completely different vibes. Dude, I'm telling you, chat. It sounds. You might think some of our spots and some of our lists are awful until you actually sit down and look at everything and try to do it, and you'll realize how hard this is.
Chat, when Preston tweets this out on the Around the CDL, I want y'all to go and put your top 30 under it as well.
Oh fuck.
See how easy you think it is.
Explain formal over insight. Explain Zuma over insight. Everyone wants to know.
Okay, Formal of Insight. Formal played 2 years in the CDL and has 2 wins. I think Insight has how many over
4?
4 wins over 5 years. So the numbers just add up in Formal's favor a little bit. I'd have to go back. I don't have the actual statistics that came with it, but I went in from highest to lowest. So Formal's average was a little bit higher.
Okay, I'll do mine. I'll do mine next. Listen, if your guys' lists are any indication, I don't think chat's gonna like mine either. At number 30, I got Frosty. He might have only played 1 year, but he won 3 events, which is more than almost everybody other than like 25 people in the CDL. So I got him there. At number 29, I got Pharaoh. Shout out F3. This guy would have been much higher on the list if he was still around. So
yeah,
RIP to him. But coming in at number 29. Number 28, same exact as Preston. I got Benjamin Bance. He's had a odd career, I think, the last couple years, but the start of the CDL, he was quality, got a couple wins, made a grand final at Champs, right? Has just kind of done his thing. Now he's in Challengers, going to EWC there, but he's been okay. At number 27, I got the King. I got Scump. Coming in at number 27. I mean, listen, it sounds low when you think about Scump, but he played 2019 Cold War Vanguard and a bit of MW2. Obviously he was pretty good individually, but only a couple of wins, and you know, it wasn't his prime. We all know when his prime was. It obviously wasn't his prime. And at number 26, I got Dan Ghosty. Short, obviously 3-year career. He's got 2 wins. He changed an optic team when he came in last year. He was a top 10 player, best player on LAT. And then this year, I think he was good, right? Maybe there's a little bit of LAT cheese in there, but I think Dan Ghosty's done enough to be just almost a top 25 player in the CDL so far.
It's not bad, to be honest. Not bad.
I don't mind that at all.
I don't have Bance on my list, but
Bance.
not bad. Sorry,
Bance. Yeah, I don't have Havoc on mine. I actually have him on I have Havoc and Formal also written on my honorable mentions. I just didn't want to write all of it. But yeah. Okay. Alex, I guess we go back to you for 25 through 21.
All right. 25. I have Formal as well. Obviously, kind of the same reason as Jake had for Scump. It was towards the end of his career. I'm pretty sure for Cold War, he said he just stopped caring. He just didn't want to do it anymore. He still got 2 wins with Huntsman though, and the Huntsman team should have got a lot more wins if they weren't so trolly. 24, I have Jamie. I have Insight. Gotta give him his props. He came onto that Toronto Ultra team in Cold War and absolutely turned their season around because Methods was not the greatest.
Damn.
So gotta give him his flowers. He's won a couple tournaments, so I think that's a good place for him. 23, I actually have Scump, so not too far off of Jake's. Again, kind of same reason. One during Huntsman and one on Optic Texas when we had in Vanguard, which was a great win. But again, kind of same thing towards the end of his career, kind of just didn't really just have it anymore. He still had the skill. Don't get me wrong. He still had the skill. He was putting up numbers. It's just the situation that he had around him pretty much every year with the rotating teams, or not every year, but that Vanguard year. And then number 2 kind of made him, or his team not place the greatest. And then 23, I have Illy.
Wait, so you mean
Ender? Oh, yeah, sorry. Ender.
Sorry, just want to make sure we don't miss anything. Okay.
Sorry. Yes, Evander. I mean, he's won a ring, he's won a couple of chips, but he's been out of the league. I mean, to be fair, that he was good on Seattle, but then
Last year, yeah, that first half.
the first half, and then everything's kind of went to shit. He's retired now, so again, he has that ring, which kind of pushes him up a little bit. But other than that, he hasn't really done much after that year. So sucks to suck. I think his last one was on Optic during the Vanguard year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then 21 might be faded. I have Clay at 21. Again, same thing after that end of the 2019 season. It wasn't his fault that Dallas absolutely dropped him on his neck, and he kind of just bounced around from team to team, being that vet for players. But you could always never count Clay out. So I think having him there for CDL only, it's pretty typical. So that's my list.
I like that. I like those 5. All right, 25. I have the King. Scump.
Okay.
3 wins in the CDL. I only counted 3 years because he only played one event in MW2. If you want to count 4 years, by all means, go ahead, but it's up to you. Okay, 24. I have Kleenex. Toby Kleenex.
Damn.
I don't remember how many.
Damn, that might be a little low for Kleenex.
I don't remember how many wins off the top of my head, but he's played every single year in the CDL.
He has 5.
And 5 wins?
Mhm.
Are we counting the kickoff, the Vanguard kickoff in that?
It's counted on the CDL wiki, so I counted it. That's where I got my numbers from.
Okay.
Whatever the CDL wiki had is what I put on that spreadsheet we all used.
Okay. I was just curious. 23, and you guys are gonna cook me. I don't care. I got Frosty, 3 wins, 1 year in the CDL.
Wow.
I know we were online. It was COVID. People are gonna call it cheese, whatever. I don't really care. 3 wins in 1 year in the CDL gets you up on my list. That's pretty good numbers if you ask me. And he didn't play in the CDL after that. So, and then you can imagine who is 22. That'd be his teammate, RIP, F3, going right there, sliding in at 22.
Okay.
Again, 1 season, 3 wins.
Dylan said the list is fucked.
You win 3 times in a single season, and you're up high to me. So there at 22. 21, I have Clay. He's gonna round out this 5 for me. That 1 ring with the Empire, and then after that, all went to hell and back. But his year in 2019, pretty solid. So this is where stuff gets a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's spicy, all right. It's spicy.
Real spicy.
I think it looks like chat really agrees with the 5 you just dropped. It looks like they really agree with what you just said.
I don't really care.
Yeah, they listen, chat. Again, this is where everybody trying to have their, everyone has their own way to weight things and stuff, and everyone's different subjectivity. So I guess it is what it is.
To me, 3 wins in 1 year is better than 4 over 6. I mean, that's just the way that it is. Three wins in 1 year to me outweighs 4 years over 6. I'm sorry.
Okay, I guess I'll do my next 5. At number 25, I got Dylan Tatch. Couple wins, right? Not as many wins, but I think Tatch was pretty good individually. He made an all-star team one of the years, which is another thing that I tried to look at when we think about how good players were, right? Making all-star teams in the years they did. And he had the greatest probably comeback ever in a grand final. So I got Dylan Tatch coming in at number 25. Also, Luke with a $5 super chat. Kick this guy Preston off the show. He's off to Bavania. Listen, if Preston smokes Papania before the show, chat, there ain't nothing we could do about it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the $5, Luke. Number 24, I have Cammy. I got Cammy, Cold War Cammy, one of the best, one of the better years just in the CDL. I feel like that we've seen out of some players, especially maybe one that didn't win an MVP. Got a few wins under his belt. He's been solid, I think. Right? I think the last couple of years he's kind of started to fall off a bit, but couple of wins as well as, you know, some decent seasons to me. Bumped him up a bunch of over a couple of these guys I have below him. Number 23. I probably have him the lowest on this list because I haven't seen him yet. I got Mercules. I got Merc. He's got 1 ring. He's got his only win, right? He's only played 3 events, so a clear. I mean, there's nothing you can do about this. You know what I mean? He just started playing, so he's got a lot to still go. But he also got an MVP, right? And he probably would have won Rookie of the Year if he played the whole season. Merc at 23. Chat, I don't know. You guys got to see the rest of the list, bro. I think you guys are forgetting some people that exist out here. But a Viper and Surplum with $2 super chats each. Thank you guys. See, Surplum said Preston's a beast.
Thank you, Plum.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
good.
He's played 3 events. Yes, but he's won a ring. He's won what every player wants to win. And he won MVP of the event.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe people. I mean, I'm telling you right now, Chad. I think I have him the lowest on this list. So if you think he's too high on mine, we're gonna be in for a fun one. At number 22, I have Insight. I got Jamie Craven coming in at 22. Listen, Insight came in Cold War. Should have been Rookie of the Year. For whatever reason, the CDL didn't give a Rookie of the Year in Cold War. Is the only season they didn't do it. But, you know, he's got 4 wins. Good season. I think Insight, you know, people call him Iron Boots. He's definitely gotten worse as the years gone on. Kind of the same thing I said for Cammy. But Insight had some good seasons. He had some good seasons, and he got a win almost every season except for this year. And maybe a win EWC. Who knows? And then at number 21, rounding out my next 5 here, I got Illy. I got the Pope. I got Yoda King, whatever you want to call him. I mean, he's got a ring, right? He's got some wins, a couple decent seasons, but he's got more accolades than the guys under him, which, I mean, you can't really argue it, right? Yeah, Rick, that's what I'm saying. If people argue between Standy or Insight, Rookie of the Year, Cold War, they didn't give one out anyway, so I don't know. I thought it was Insight, but Standy's a shout too, all right? I mean, I would take a Standy shout as well. It was between those two. But all right, next 5, 20 through 16.
This is where we start to get spicy, chat. This is where we start to get spicy. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. 20, I have Crim. Again, kind of same thing as Clay and everybody else on here. You know, had some good seasons with Dallas Empire, and then he went to New York, had a good season there, I believe, in Cold War or Vanguard. Can't remember which one. I think it was Vanguard. Yeah, I think he made it to grand finals against Thieves, right? Like Major 5 or some shit.
I
don't remember.
It was something.
Anyways,
yeah. Major 4.
Yeah, something like that. I have him there right next to Clay. Chat, y'all may hate me for this. I have Merc here at 19. Above Crim, above Clay. Sure. Yeah, I mean, the guy, in my opinion, the guy's the future. The guy's the future of optics. So I have Merc there. Again, just strictly off vibes. That's my guy. Anyways, 18, I have Kleenex. Maybe too low for some people, but I think at this point, I think once we get to this point in the list is where I really started to dial it in. From here on out, or from like 15. From 15 under, I just didn't care. I have Kleenex there. Obviously has been pretty solid, can turn up really well, but they just never get it done at the big one. So I have him there. And then 17, I have Alec. Obviously came into the year with Huntsman, played really well. Not got traded to FaZe, but went to FaZe, won a ring. But other than that, ever since he got dropped, unfortunately, he's just been kind of in challengers and just not been the greatest. I remember Jake and him had a little beef in NW3 when he...
Listen, I just said what everyone was thinking, okay?
But, you know, he hasn't been the greatest, but he still got a ring. He was still really good in the early part of his career, so I got to put him there. And then 16, I have the Bulldog. I have Kismet. Was really good on the NW2 NYSL team. I think he was the backbone of this Genomates team. But obviously last year he kind of fell off a little bit. This year, whether it was the team around him or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I mean, he still has a ring. He still has a couple chips. So I gotta give it to him. So I have him 16.
Okay. Chat seems to like that 5 a bit better. Other than the Merc and Crim, but everyone else seem to like the rest.
Yeah, I know people weren't gonna like that one. That one's funny to me.
Preston.
20. I also have Krim at my 20, unironically. So, kind of similar reasons to Alex. He's got a ring in the CDL era, won a couple tournaments as well. So, obviously, the 2019 season was like the big season, but won one in Vanguard with New York. So, we're counting it, and he's got 20 for me. 19, I have Pred. I have Pred. This is going to be a little low, I think, because Alex doesn't have him, and I'm assuming you might not have him yet here, but he's got 3 wins. He's got a ring, but I think a part of this is because he was on Seattle to start, and they weren't that great, but with someone of that much talent, I'd expect him to win a little bit more than he has. So he's at 19 for me. 18, I have Octane. 1 ring. Only played 3 years. Sorry. 4 years, right?
4, yeah.
4 years. And again, the Seattle curse. I swear to God, people play 2 years in Seattle, their stock goes down.
Mm-hmm.
But he's pretty much in a very similar, almost identical career path as Pred, and I gave him the edge just because he's Octane. But I mean, they're MVPs, their 20 wins, and their rings are almost identical. So that's 19 MVP.
Oh
17, I have Illy. Ring in his rookie season, typical as fuck. Bunch of wins in his rookie season. And then everything kind of went to shit for him after that. Really thought we were going to see a little redemption arc last year. That fell short really quick. Don't think he'll ever play again, but he's going to be my 17.
Chat, maybe he doesn't have Merc on his list, chat. Maybe there's no way Merc's over all these guys, right?
16, I have Priesta.
He-Dog.
I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head.
He's
he
like
has
6
some
wins, I think.
Okay, 6 wins and a ring, but 0 MVPs, which I guess shocked me a little bit. 3 wins were with Hydra, so, that doesn't surprise me too much, but no MVPs from Priesta. He's got a little bit lower, even though he's got a ring. He's at 16 for me.
Okay. Chat likes your list.
Chat fucking hates it.
Yeah. Chat's not liking it so far. But hey, listen, there's plenty of time, man. There's plenty of time. Viper with another 2. Thank you, Viper.
Chat, I want to see y'all's top 30 lists under that post.
Yeah,
Everyone in here.
Definitely try it, bro. It's actually, you will really see how hard this is when you try it.
I did not take individual talent. You're correct. Individual talent means nothing to me if you don't win. Just end of the day.
Bro.
Individual talent means absolutely fucking nothing if you don't win. So you're correct. I did not.
Okay. Let me get into my next 5, man. At number 20, I got Clayster. Basically where you guys have him. And all for the same reasons, right? He got some wins. Clay did his thing. Retired this past season, before this past season. But I think Clay is one of the all-time greats, obviously, but still in that 20-ish range for just the CDL era. At number 19, I got Crim6. Again, same exact things you guys said. We all 3 of us had Clay and then Crim, one after another. So look at that. We're all on the same page. At least something on here, we're all on the exact same page.
We're not too far off, though. And like I said, we're not too far off.
No, we're doing good. At number 18, I have Priesta. If I knew how to type. Like Preston just said, 6 wins. I mean, the guy was an integral part of an Atlanta FaZe team in 2019, 2020. Made the miracle with Minnesota Rocker and Cold War. Was a role-playing part in the MW2 NYSL team. So I think Priest is good, man. I think Priest had a good career. Individually, is he a world beater? No, but that's not his job, right? It's not what he's supposed to do. Big Daddy Snoo with the 5. Shout out Big Daddy Snoo. Sib is better than Merc in the same role. Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, listen, we got to see a lot. We still have a lot to see from Merc, I'm sure. But I think Merc was the fucking savior for that team. Number 17, I got Arcides. They're lining up right there with Preston. Or with Alex, I mean. It's all the same guys, right? So I feel like there's not as much I need to say that wasn't already said by some of these. And then at number 16, I have Kleenex. Highest of anybody on the list. Kleenex was one of the players that, I did my own little formula, trying to take everything into account to see, like, who would go where. Kleenex was one of the guys that I manually moved up over some of these players that have a ring, have some more wins, like Krim, like Clay, like Priesta, like Arcides. I just think Kleenex has been really good individually, and he's won every single year he's been in the league, except for this year so far. So I want to give him his flowers because I think that longevity and his individual talent is something I think is very important. And Luke with another 2, my guy. Okay. 15 through 11, Alex. We slide it over to you.
15 through 11. All right, number 15. I don't think this kid's gonna be here for long. I just think he just has to win the big one. He has a big mouth, but I have Scrap at 15. Yeah, a little low. He's been very good since he's come into the league. But again, this is all time. This is all time. And the people above him have more wins and a ring. So, yeah. So that's why I'm keeping that there. So I have Scrap 15. 14, I have Priesta. Kind of what Preston said. Hasn't been the greatest the last couple of years. But when he was on the NYSL team, he filled his role properly. And he has 6 wins and 1 ring. So I got to give it to him. I mean, he's done what he needs to do. Obviously, he hasn't been the best these last couple of years, but we'll do that. Again, it's all-time chat. 13, I have Skies. Pretty much same reason as why I have Priesta. Did what he was supposed to do on the NYSL team. He was actually NYSL's best player at Major 1 last year, NW3. And then they did some role swap and some role changing and some pace issues, and he kind of went down the drain. And now he is where he is on Optic's bench. He still has. Wait, does that mean he has 2 rings?
We talked about this.
He gets a bench ring. It doesn't count.
But he's not a 2-time world champ.
Yeah,
That's the consensus we came up with.
So he can't have 2.
He can flex 2 rings, but he's not a 2-time world champ.
Yeah, it don't count.
World champ.
Fair enough. He has 7 major wins. He has 1 ring, so that's why I have him there. 12, I have Pred. I mean, ever since he's kind of came into the league, he's been really dominant with Seattle. Won Rookie of the Year. Only has 3 major wins, which is why I have him out of the top 10. But he won a ring with Optic. He has an MVP. He has a couple All-Stars, and he has Rookie of the Year as well. So I have him 12. And then 11, I have the Nuke. Give me Hook. Just outside of the top 10. But, I mean, he has what? How many wins does he have? Like 3 or 4 or something like that.
I think he has like 5 or 6.
6. Yeah, 6 actually. I lied. He has 6, 2 rings, but unfortunately no other accolades because again after he got benched from Empire and Cold War, his career has kind of gone downhill. He did come on Optic and played relatively well in MW2. But yeah, I mean he's probably our best player this year. I would say you could argue it depending. But I think for the majority of the year, I think he's been playing the best. So that's my list.
Chat, other than Zep, like that 5. Actually, this time I'm not trolling for the Spotify listeners. They actually do like that. And Big Box, answer your question. The accolades and the wins and everything we used came straight off the CDL wiki. So I believe home series were counted as a win, right? An event win. So they're in the tally. So yes. Right, obviously, if you want to really add your own weighting into all that, that's a whole nother level to it, which you can gladly do. But I just took the wiki stuff because we needed a consensus accolade list to go off of at least, so we all have the same baseline, right? And then what you did from there is a different story. But now we go to Preston. We're gonna start calling him Papania Preston, I think.
Sure. My list, I said, was not opinion based at all. So I went straight off of accolades.
I'm terrified. I can't lie. 15,
I have Mason Mercules. I have him in the top 15. He is my 15.
Hercules.
1 ring, 1 win, 3 events. You get in the top 15 for me. I don't give a fuck. You get points on my list. On my stats, the way that it goes, obviously it's weighted per year and rings, so you guys can do the math. Unless, of course, you're not competent enough to do the math. And MVP, by the way. He's in 15. 14, I have Arcides. Kind of fallen off the cliff a little bit, unfortunately. But in his heyday with FaZe, won a lot and was very good. So got a CDL ring. Deserves to be there. 13, I have Cesar Skies Bueno. CDL ring, 7 wins, no MVPs, which would have put him a little bit higher on my list, but he doesn't have one of those, so he's at 13. And his teammate next, who does have an MVP, Kiz. Very similar event wins. Actually, I think they're the exact same, to be honest.
No, Skies has 7, Kids has 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 wins for Kiz, 1 MVP, both 1 ring. So the
Wait, is it 1 or 2? Because on the sheet it says 2, Jake.
2 what?
2 MVPs for
Yeah.
Kids.
Oh,
Kiz is
yeah,
2.
because he major 1. Okay, 2 MVPs. There you go. So 2
Yeah.
MVPs, 5 event wins. Kind of hard not to argue. And a ring.
2 event
I
wins
got
with Hydra on your team, bro. You got to tip it.
I got
Or 2 event MVPs, yeah.
Yeah, 2 MVPs with Hydra is typical for sure. Yeah. So he's at 12. And then 11, just outside of the top 10, I have Draza at my 11.
The CEO.
I don't have the stats off the top of my head, but
7 wins, a ring.
7 wins, 1 ring, 2 All-Stars, 1 minor win.
All right, Alex has
Any
got the sheet
MVPs?
pulled up.
Any
Mhm.
MVPs?
No.
No,
Okay.
negative.
So 7 wins in a ring, no MVPs. He's going to get a spot. Doesn't get the double point multiplier for the MVPs, but I mean, we know this guy wins for the most part. Just 1 ring really hurts his stock, and no MVPs really also hurts his stock. So 11 for draws.
Okay, W. Also, Sir Plum with another 2 earlier. Shout out Sir Plum. Let's go. Okay, my next 5. At number 15, I have Pred. I got AG, the Thunder from Down Under. I mean, listen, Pred's a great individual talent, right? This last season has not gone his way. We'll see what happens going forward on the Falcons, but, you know, the guy's an MVP caliber player. He's got his ring. He's got a couple wins. And I felt pretty good with having him at number 14 or number 15. Number 14, I got Octane. I really want to put him higher, man. I wish I could put Octane as high on this list as possible, but unfortunately, he only got 3 wins in the CDL. 1 was a ring, right? 1 was a ring, but I think for Octane is another one of those players that just the individual talent every single season was there. You know, and the players won an MVP, a player's made an all-star team. So for me, that definitely bumps him up over a guy like Arstees or a guy like Priesthood that has more wins and a ring, but wasn't as individually talented. At number 13, this is actually insane. All 3 of us have Caesar Skies Bueno at number 13. So
Yes,
we're locked in. I don't know how we managed that, but we're locked in with the number 13 spot. So I think that's just a W in the chat. At number 12, exact same as Preston, I got the Bulldog. I got Kismet 1 spot above Skies. I mean, Skies has more wins, but Kiz has MVPs, right? Especially a Champs MVP. I think they're right next to each other, right? Either way, they're just about the same in my opinion. So as long as they're close enough, I like it. And at number 11, I got Hook the Nuke, same as Alex. Two rings, right? So if you want to put him in your top 10, I totally understand. But he had an up and down, bumpy, I'd say, career. You know, it's his teams, his performances throughout the last few years. But he's found his way to get another ring this season, so I definitely can't knock that. But I got Hook rounding out just outside my top 10. But now we get into the top 10, and now we go one by one.
One by one.
Now we
Yes.
go
One by
one
one.
by one, chat. I mean, listen, we all have, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm completely forgetting somebody, we all pretty much have the exact same 10, except for I think 1 person.
probably, yeah.
I think
I
we
don't
all
have
have like the
bands.
exact same 10, but we have 1 different person. So, Alex, kick us off at number 10, man.
I got the Human Tournament. I have Octane at 10. I mean, yes, he only has 3 wins, but he has a ring. He has an MVP. He has 1 All-Star. I thought he had more. But again, his career was a little bit short-lived. You could definitely tell if he would have played more, he would have probably won a lot more.
He didn't join the surge, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that team was diabolical to begin with. But, I mean, he came on to Thieves, won, you know, in Vanguard, won or beat Optic in Major 4, I believe, in MW2. But then I think just that, what is it, top 6 placing at Champs in MW2 just
Top
kind of, or top 8, yeah, just kind of soured him. So I think if he definitely would have played a lot longer, I think he could have won more. But yeah, I have my 10.
Okay. Preston, to you.
All right, Chad, I have to be honest. This one should not be where he is based off my metrics, but I had to change this one. This is the one that I actually changed because it did not feel right having this guy above 3 names in front of him when he doesn't have what he has. But the individual talent on this guy is insane. If I use my straight up statistics, he would have been number 6. Number 6. But he's number 10. Scrappy Doodle. Number 10. He's just missing the ring. He's missing the ring, but he's got hella MVPs, which is why he's so high on the list. Guy's a natural talent. Based on my straight up metrics, he was number 6, but I could not put him above the likes of some of these guys coming up. Didn't feel right to me. So 10 it is.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I couldn't have said it better myself. I also have Scrap at number 10. A guy who individually you could for sure bump higher, but just not the number of accolades as everybody else above him, right? Obviously, he doesn't have a ring. Everybody above him has 1 or 2 rings. He has MVPs, he has talent, but just not the wins yet. Just not the wins yet. This guy will undoubtedly this guy might end top 3, top 1 when it's all said and done, as long as the CDL continues. I mean, shit, he might end top 3, top 1 by the all time ever, maybe in everything. He's got the talent to do it, but he's got to get a couple more wins and especially a ring. So I also scrap at number 10. Let's do it snake style. I'll go again. We'll do it snake style now, so we can keep it flowing. I mean, Preston's always gonna be in the middle either way. Number 9, I got Scrap's arch nemesis Draza. He's got a couple more wins. He's got a ring. He's got a couple all-star bids, which maybe you don't even think about for Draws, but he's made 2 all-star teams, I believe, so far, and they didn't even do all-stars for like the whole I mean, they did like all-stars with like the whole 1v1 tournament in like 2019, 2020 Cold War, but those were just like 1 or 2 players from every team. It wasn't like the all-stars we have now where it's like literally the best 8 players or something like that. So I got Draws 1 spot above Scrap. He's just got more accolades, and at the end of the day, for me, winning and career is, I mean, that's what makes it an all-time list. So I got Draws at 9. Preston, we go to you.
Sure. At 9, I have Scrappy Doodle's teammate, Dylan Envoy. 1 ring, CDL, very talented, bunch of wins. I think 6 or 7, if I remember.
8.
Envoy 8, yeah. 8
wins.
8 wins, 1 ring, and
no
1 minor.
MVPs, though, right?
No MVPs or no all-stars.
That's why I wanted to put him higher on the list. But you got to get points for MVPs. 8 wins and a ring will get you at number 9, though. And I think that's very respectable from my man, Dylan Envoy. So, love that guy.
Nice. Number 9, I have Draws. Again, kind of same consensus as everyone. Guy knows how to win, has 1 ring, which kind of holds him back. Doesn't have any MVPs, does have 2 all-stars and 1 minor win. MVP is kind of hard when you're playing with, Kenny, who's going absolutely ape shit. And you're playing with the tiny terrors. So,
yeah, had some good teammates.
Kind of hard to win MVPs, but I mean, he still does what he needs to do. Obviously, towards the end of this year, he was kind of a downward year. I think there was a couple of series on land where he just did not play his best. He did not have above a 1.0. But you still can't disrespect what he did at the beginning of the year, having that 3-peat. So I have him at 9.
Okay, you're number 8,
again,
snake draft.
Oh, number 8, I have Dylan Envoy. Again, same reason, has 8 wins, 1 ring, but no MVPs, no all-stars. Again, kind of hard when the players around you are kind of just that level up. Again, Envoy does what he needs to do. Obviously, he was probably Lat's best player, Major 1, Major 2, maybe. But he was definitely, he does what he needs to do. Just needs to keep his mouth closed for the rest of his career, because, my God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just not good for him. But again, does what he needs to do. Love him. He's the reason why Hector got Optic back if he didn't win that 1v1s against Tej. And during champs, I forgot when it was. I don't know if it was like losers round or something. But if he doesn't get that 1v1 against Tej, we don't get Optic back. So I always have love for Dylan Envoy, especially being a part of Optic Chicago as well. So I have him at 8.
Hell yeah. And my 8, I have Big Brucey. I got Dashy at number 8. 2 rings, only 5 wins. This is where it's hard. I love him, and I want to put him higher, but I can't. I can't put him higher. Only 5 wins over all 6 years in the CDL. Granted, he has 2 rings. I think this is a very fair place for Dash. Yeah, he's way too talented to only have 5 wins, and some of the names above him win more frequently. So, I think this is a pretty fair spot for Dashy. I love the guy, so and I'm happy that he's actually got 2 rings, or he wouldn't even be thought of in this conversation right now. So, what a 2 years it's been for that kid, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's turned his career around. Everyone was on his ass, and
So you can't win, and now
what are they gonna say now? As he said,
what are they gonna say now?
yeah. All right, my number 8. I'm on the same wavelength as Alex over here. I got Dylan Envoy. I mean, Daniel, he's pressing that at number 9, so I guess we're all on the same wavelength pretty much. But he's got the wins, right? Has he ever made an all-star team? Maybe this year he should have. You could argue it. Is he an MVP player? No, but he's had some good years, especially like Modern Warfare 2019. He was one of the better players that year. He's always had some good years, some great events, but he's just a guy who does his job similar to like I mean, he's probably individually better than Priesta, but similar thing in his career where he does his job very, very well. And he's a integral part of teams winning every single year, no matter who he's surrounded with. So shout out Dylan Envoy. He continues to do great things, and I love Dylan Envoy. He's one of my favorite players ever. All right, number 7. But first, we got to thank the sponsor of Around the CDL, 1v1me. If you guys haven't already, check it out. It's the #1 place to watch and stake esports all day. Everything's from Black Ops 6 to Madden to FIFA to 2K. You can use code ATC for a $10 stake. Over 14,000 reviews on the App Store, over $100 million given out to stakers and players on the app. So let them just go give it a try and let us know what you think down below. But shout out to 1v1me as always for supporting the show. We're back. But we're smooth ad read. You like that? Yeah, you like that? Let's go. All right, number 7 for me though. I have Kenny. I want to put Ken higher. I really want to put Ken higher. But the people above him, man, I mean, you'll see, you know just about who's coming up. Maybe not the exact order, but he's got the rings. He doesn't have as many wins as the people above him. Got a couple MVPs, but some of the people above him are really, really individually talented with more wins, which is just why I had to put him above Ken, even though he might have, I mean, he pretty much has the same amount of rings as everybody above him other than the FaZe guys. So I got Ken at 7. You could definitely put him higher, but as we go through it, obviously I'll explain more. But Preston, we pass it back over to you.
Yeah, man. I have one of Brucey's teammates from this year. This guy's had an insane career. We talked about it already. I have Hook at 7. 6 wins, won a lot in the 2019 season with the Empire. Has had an insane, one of the craziest arcs we've seen in the CDL history. The amount of times he's been on and off Optic is ridiculous. But finally got cemented again this year, 2nd ring. I think this guy's ceiling is one of the highest in the league, genuinely. This guy's ceiling is one of the highest, and I've loved him for years as a player. He's just a little inconsistent, which I think is what causes him to, have the career that he has. But I love this dude, and I'm very happy that the success that he ended up seeing at Champs this year, because, wow, I mean, it can't go stated enough, man. That guy's been through hell and back. So I got Hook at 7. I think that's a fair spot.
All right, Alex. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. I have Dashy at 7. Again, he has, well, on here it says he has 4 wins, but Preston said 5. So does he have 5 or 4?
I think it's 4 because he had one win in BO4, which doesn't count, obviously.
Doesn't it? Isn't it?
No, Vanguard won last year, 2, 1 this year.
Oh, you know what? I'm counting total. Sorry. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So 4, 2 rings, obviously. 1 MVP. Probably should have more, to be honest. I still think he should have won an MVP over Celium during Vanguard, but I digress. And then 3 All-Stars, but also just the fact that he's had to switch roles on his team so many times to accommodate for, I mean, last year he had to, he went from the non-slaying type to being heel king. This year he kind of had to adjust his role with playing with somebody different every major. So I got to give it to my guy Dashy. No, I mean, again, now he knows how to win, but previously people were on his ass about him not winning. And as he says, what are they going to say now? So I got to give it to him. Again, probably should have more MVPs, but I have Dashy at 7 for sure.
Yep. Before you go again, let me just Let me just reiterate it again because Gur asked. This is CDL era only for anyone who's just joined recently and doesn't know what's going on. This is only Modern Warfare 2019, the Black Ops 6. Anything that happened before is completely erased from history for the sake of this list. So all of Crim6's wins in the pre-CDL, Simp's ring in Black Ops 4, Scump's wins in pre-CDL, all of that's gone. It does not count for this list. This is strictly CDL era. We'll do a regular all-time list with everything included after EWC. So stay tuned for that. But Alex, number 6.
Number 6, I have the French Phenom. I have Hydra. Bro has had a crazy arc ever since he's came into the league. Has a ring. Could have had 2 last year, but the Optic boys had to put the French Phenom down. We took his baguette away and said, "This is mine." But I think just overall, I mean, he has 7 wins, and he came into the league 3 years ago or something like that, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
1 ring, 4 MVPs, 4 All-Stars, 1 minor win. I mean, the guy is the greatest EU player of all time, so he has to be top 10 for sure. You could argue top 5, but. Yeah, I have him 6.
Preston.
Bang. At 6, I have my guy, Quavo Ken. 2-time champ. 6-ish wins off the top of the head. I don't remember.
5, I think.
5, sure. MVP in Vanguard, at least 1.
2.
Guy's a winner, sure. I don't have it off the top of my head, so. Guy's a winner.
Sorry.
Kenny.
Quavo, my boy.
Yeah, it's 5, 2 rings, and 2 MVPs.
There you go. Guy's a dog. Guy wins. Knows what it takes. Absolute legend in the scene. Honestly, could have 4 rings total, if we're being honest. Second twice, but for CDL era only, 2 rings and 5 wins, couple MVPs. Gets you at 6 on my list.
Kenny is that guy, man. He is that guy. All right, my number 6. I got Dashy. I got him 1 spot above Ken. To me, these guys were just about almost tied. Ken's got 1 more win. They got the same amount of rings. Ken's got 1 more MVP, but Dashy has more All-Stars than him. I don't think Kenny's ever made one, right? But however you weigh All-Stars is up to you. But to me, it's an indicator of how good you were individually on that year. And Dashy's done it like 3 times. Maybe there's some optic voting cheese in there, but I think we all know Dashy's been pretty individually good. I had Ken above Dashy originally, but then I just switched it because I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to, but either way you could switch them around. I think to me they're like 6, 7 tied basically, but that's what I got. Now we get into the top 5. Oh shit! Now we get into the top 5, and somehow, some way, we actually don't have the same 5. I think Preston and I have the same 5 in different order, maybe. But Alex has got Hydra outside the top 5, which it looks like Preston and I have him in the top 5, which is interesting. Luke with another 2. Yes, Jimbo is number 1 on everybody's list.
I just on my list, by the way. Just letting you know.
Okay, so at number 5 for me, I got a Beezy. I mean, everyone knows how good a Beezy is. What he's at, like 11 wins in the CDL. He's got a ring. Finals MVP at Champs. One of the better players every single season for the most part, other than this year. People have kind of been on his ass. Yeah, I mean, Abeezy's great. There's not much to say about him until we get to more players on the list, and then we can talk about why I have one over the other. But Preston, to you.
I'm matching you, man. I got Tyler Abeezy, man. Same everything you said. 11 wins, obviously with that trio. They all have 11 wins in the CDL. Just not the amount of MVPs that'll put you above your teammates. So I have him here at 5. Absolute legend. Just not quite as good as the 4 above him.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I have Kenny at 5. My fucking boy, that's my dog. 5 wins, again, 2 rings, 2 MVPs. Probably should have more if he won in Black Ops 4 and if he won, what else? Yeah,
World War II.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, World War II. And I mean, the guy knows how to win. Let's not kid ourselves. This guy shows up on Sundays and knows how to win. So, gotta give it to him. I'm pretty sure him and Priester are the only 2 players that have won in the CD, or like winning every game in the CDO, if I'm not mistaken. So I have Kenny at 5.
Okay.
Up again,
what do you got it for?
Oh shit. 4. I have a Beezy. I have Abe. Again, obviously 11 wins, 1 ring, 1 MVP, 2 All-Stars, 1 minor win. But I also think what Abizi does is he enables Simp and everybody else on his team to a very high level. Obviously, this year he had a little bit of a down year, but I think just what he does for his team definitely goes underappreciated a lot. So I have him at 4.
W. Preston.
At 4, I have the French phenom, Mr. Hydra. Only 1 ring, but he started in Cold War, started a little late. Bunch of wins, bunch of MVPs. Guy's an absolute demon. This guy's just a freak. Doesn't need much explaining. He's going to take my number 4. The MVPs really sold it here for him because Abe has the wins, but Hydra has like 4 or 5 MVPs. So it's going to put him above for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I also have Hydra at 4. I think Hydra is the best player of the last 3 seasons. I think if you take everything into account, I think he's the best individually, like individual player, not like, we're not talking about wins. I think he's the best individual player of the last 3 seasons, just how good he is as an individual player. So him or Abizi, if you want to swap him, I wouldn't argue that, right? Abizi's got more wins, but Hydra's got many more MVPs, and I think he's tied for the most All-Stars in the CDL with Celium. I don't remember if I got that correct off the sheet, but...
Yeah, they both have 4.
Yeah, so, I mean, this guy is just godlike. He's just godlike. The rings do matter, but, I mean, listen, he's got a ring, right? If he didn't have a ring, he obviously wouldn't be here, but once you get one, you start to, you can kind of edge your way up, even if you have less, right? There's a reason Scump is still up there in the tops, even though there's other guys with 2, 3 rings, and he only has 1, but I digress. At number 3, though, I got Celium. I'm probably the most consistent player individually of the entire CDL itself. The guy is almost always a top 5 player, almost always a top 3 AR in the game at the worst. You can argue if you think he's a stat padder, kill whore, whatever you want to say, but the guy is very good. He gets MVPs, he gets wins, he got a ring, he makes all-star teams. He's still a great player, so I got Cell at 3.
Oh no. Oh no.
Guys, I have Simp at 3. I have Simp at 3. Listen, Simp, Cell, and Abizi all have played the entirety of the CDL. Okay, the entirety. Cell has 1 more MVP, and that was the tiebreaker. That was the tiebreaker. Cell has 1 more MVP. He's taking my number 2. Newsflash. So Simp is my number 3. There you go. I don't need too much more explaining. That's the reason I came with. They same amount of wins. It's hard to judge them. I'm going Cell number 2. Simp number 3. Cell number 2.
Nah, chat's going crazy, bro. If you have Simp 2, Cell 2, it's a 1 spot different, chat. It's not like he has Simp outside the top 5. But Alex, here we go.
Should I just do 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, just rip it off.
All right, 3. I have Cell as well. Obviously, Mr. Consistent himself. Does play questionable sometimes. I feel like he does stat pad a little bit. But I mean, guy has I think the highest grand finals KD, if I'm not mistaken. Again, has 5 MVPs, 4 All-Stars, 11 wins, 1 ring. I mean, pretty damn great, but it also helps when you have Simp and Abizi on your team as well. So, yeah, have him at 3. 2, I have Simp, obviously. Again, the 2nd greatest CDL player, the 3rd greatest SMG of all time. Same thing. Has 11 wins, 1 ring, 4 MVPs, 3 All-Stars, 1 minor win. Could have more MVPs if he didn't have Celium on his team, again, who is Mr. Consistent, as we said. So I have him there. And the number 1, again, the 2nd greatest SMG, the undeniable, the youngest 3-ring king of all time. I have Shotzi, of course. I mean, at this point, I think it's pretty undeniable.
I don't know. Chat seems to be denying it.
Chat, you can
some
deny
people
it.
in chat. Some people agree.
What did Thanos say? Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives, all the same. Shotzi is the greatest CDL player of all time. It could have been Simp this year. Simp could have definitely well passed up a lot of people for the GOAT conversation, but unfortunately he didn't. Drop the 0.8 in the champ. So Shotzi, again, youngest player to reach 3 rings, has 4 rings in total. I mean, you got to give it to him. 8 wins overall, 3 rings, 3 MVPs, 3 All-Stars, 2020 Rookie of the Year. I mean, guy's undeniable.
Yeah, I mean, I already said my 2, so you can imagine who my 1 is. But 2 I have Cell, and 1 I have Shotzi. I already said why I have Cell at 2. They literally teammates the entirety of the CDL. Cell has 1 more MVP. That was enough for me. Put him at 2. Consistency is insane from that guy, so I know he gets a lot of help from kill whoring. But guy's unbelievably consistent in what he does. So if he's a kill whore, he's a very consistent kill whore. And number 1, I have Shotzi, only player with 3 rings in the CDL era, which is insane. And I mean, the guy wins when it matters. Guy's talent is damn near 1 of 1. His takeover capability is unbelievable, and when the guy's in flow, there's no better player in the world. So number 1 to me is pretty clear cut at this point. And I mean, you can agree to disagree, but that's who has my number 1.
Yeah. I mean, I got the same thing as Alex. I got Simp 2, Shotzi 1. You guys basically said it all at this point, right? I think Shotzi's got the only 3-ring player in the CDL. He's won half of them. This is CDL era only, again, for anyone that's just joining. Simp does have some more MVPs, and I would say is more consistent, but the biggest thing in a career is winning champs. And even though I'm someone who does not overweigh champs, the win difference is not, it's not like Simp has 15 wins in the CDL and Shotzi has 8 or whatever, right? It's only a 3 win difference. So yeah, I give Shotzi the edge, man. You got 2 extra rings over a guy who has 1 more MVP than you and like a couple more wins. I'll give those extra rings the edge over that. So yeah, I mean, I think that's about it. Like I said in the last podcast, and we're gonna update our top 30 all time. I still have Simp over Shotzi all time. But in the CDL, I think Shotzi's undeniably number 1 at this point, at least based on everything that I value. At least based on everything I value, I think I have to have Shotzi number 1.
Oh my god! I think we could, to be honest. I think our list. I mean, again, chat. I want to see y'all do this shit. Luke, Viper, all y'all that was in here talking all that shit. I want to see y'all do this. Sit down and try to rank these people. It's not as easy as it seems. Obviously, we probably trolled a little bit on some of them, but nonetheless, I think we did relatively well.
It's really not easy. It's really not easy, and everything's subjective to how you want to
too
rank.
small.
Everyone has a different ranking system, so.
Dude, it's
good.
tough, man. It genuinely trying to, like, this is what I was saying before the show started. Trying to rank someone like Dan Ghosty or like Mercules compared to a guy like Insight or a guy like Bance is so difficult, bro. It's so difficult. Because some people might have more wins, but they might not have a ring. Some people might have been really good individually, but they don't have as many wins as somebody else, right? Like, it's genuinely pretty tough to try and do it. But chat, this is the list. I'll kind of go through it slowly for anyone that joined us late that wants to see. Again, everybody's list. We all have the same base numbers. We all have the wins, the rings, the MVPs, the All-Stars. We all have the exact same base sheet with all the data. But what you did from there was totally up to you. So I'll click through this very slowly and people can see it. We all had Skies at 13. That looks good. I like that. I do like that. And then we pretty much had a pretty similar top 10. Mostly the same players. Mostly in a pretty Alex and I's list was definitely very similar. I think a lot of the way here.
Yeah.
Other than
Like
Preston
1 or
having
2
Hook at
off.
number 7, we pretty much all had the same thing though in the top. So yeah, chat. I mean, genuinely, you should definitely do this list, chat. I'm telling you, it's very easy to say, oh, this, like, you know, you have Scrap at number 12. It sounds insane until you really think about it, and then you're like, oh fuck, I can't put Scrap any higher, man.
You have to look at the stats, like their accolades as well, because like individually wise,
Hydra should be below Octane. Whoa, Swagger, we smoking crack?
Individually, talent-wise, like if you said the statement, "I'm taking Priest over Scrap," I'd smack you in the mouth.
Yeah.
But then you got to take a look at what Priest has done in the CDL, and you're like, "Fuck." All right, you have an argument. I personally still wouldn't take it, but you have an argument.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's not easy. It is not easy.
Hydra has one ring. How is he top 5? Because he's a god.
4 MVPs.
You also gotta remember, Viper,
wins.
Shotzi over Simp is a 2-ring difference. Hydra over a BZ or Dashy is a 1-ring difference. Which is 1 ring versus 2 ring difference is huge. And Hydra is also probably the most, if not a top 3 most individually talented player in the CDL era. Right? I know he didn't play the whole era, but
Bring up Turtle's list.
bring up Turtle's list.
Turtle.
Let's see what Turtle cooked, bro. I mean, listen, Turtle's the stats guy, right? So you gotta think. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right, he's got Bance, Havoc, Formal, Attach, Ghosty, Merc, Scump, Clay, Crim, Cammy, Priesta. Okay, I'm lining up with you right now, Turtle. Insight, Illy, Arcedy's Octane. Draws at 15. Ooh,
Whoa.
that's the first one that catches me, Turtle.
Yeah.
Draws at 15. Kleenex, though, Kiz, Sky, Scrap outside the top 10. Pred over Scrap. I hear you. I see you. He's got a ring, so...
Pred at 10. Woo.
Pred at 10 and draws at 15 are my 2 big ones, I think. And then the rest of it looks good.
The rest of it is pretty much what I had. Yeah, literally. All the way up until 8 is literally what I had. So.
Draza and Pred are the only 2 on this list that would really throw me off, I think. Which, for a top 30, to only have 2 players that someone, like, disagrees with is really good.
Envoy at 8 isn't bad, Factor.
Envoy at 8? You think he's lower or higher, Factor? He's got 8 wins, a ring.
Kind of like Kiz over draws.
Kiz has 2 MVPs, man. Chad, we gotta put some respect on
Kiz does have the MVPs. He does. He does have the MVP. I mean, he doesn't have... He only has, like, what? 1 or 2... He only has, like, 2 less wins than draws? Or 3 less wins than draws?
2 less wins.
Yeah, he has 5 and draws has 7.
1 ring over 2 rings? I mean, listen, if your list is strictly based off of rings, that's cool. But to me, like, it's not that straightforward.
Yeah.
Kismet also the highest KD in Champs Final. And that's why we say he's the stats guy.
Fair enough.
That's exactly why we point out he's the stats guy. Yeah, no, that's why I'm telling you. That's why these lists are so hard. Because some people think if I have more rings than you, I am higher. Some people think if I have 1 less ring than you, but I'm better individually, I could be higher. That's at least where I stand on it, me personally. Right? Some people think if I have more... I saw somebody put a top list out, and it was literally listed in order of, like, most wins. Like, Crim was 1, Scump was 2, you know, Karma was 3, Formal was 4. It was perfectly in order of just the overall wins. And they said, winning is what you play for. Right? Everyone's listed different, which is what I think makes it the most fun.
Gabe loves Mad Cat. What the fuck?
Mad Cat's number 31 on my list.
No.
Dude, Zep, lock in. Lock it in, Zep. He hasn't won shit, dude.
Don't worry.
Again, chat, if this is individual talent, obviously I would have Scrap over Precept over Skies.
Just individual talent, Scrap's T5.
Individual talent, Scrap might be T1. But
I got Hydra T1 if it's individual talent, I can't lie.
I'll still take Shotzi.
I got Hydra, bro. I think Hydra's the best player we've seen in the CDL.
He's disgusting.
He's fucking disgusting, bro.
Because what? He came into the league not knowing a lick of English, brother, and now he's one of the best players in the world.
Do a top 5 talent list right now?
All time?
Tough all time or CDL again?
All time,
CDL.
Scrap is number 1.
CDL? Top 5 off the dome, impromptu.
Top 5 talent-wise?
Hydra, Simp, Shotzi, Scrap,
Dashy.
Abizi, Celium.
Shotzi, Simp, Scrap, Seldashi.
think I'd agree with that. Yeah. Top 5 all time. Scrap is not above Scump. I'm sorry.
Top five all time. Scump is number 1.
Hydra's not above Scump.
As someone who's watched most of the competitive COD, bro, Scump is the biggest menace force I've ever seen in my life on the map. Every time that guy loaded in, you know he was gonna fucking slam. Sir Plum with the 10, by the way. Holy shit.
W Plum.
Folks.
Video telling.
Is that good? Yeah.
Exactly, Sir Plum. Exactly. See, it's just fun. It's also like, just because someone's list is different than ours doesn't mean that like our list is ass or their list is ass. Like that, like, okay, listen, if you got like Shotzi number 8 or like Simp number 13, like, yeah, okay, that's ass. But like, genuinely speaking, most lists are going to be about the same, which is what I think makes it fun, because everyone has their own little differences. But thank you for the 10, Sir Plum, and just for the support and positive vibes.
To be honest, skill, I might take formal over scrap too. Graphite, okay. Don't look at me like that.
No.
Don't look at me like that.
Saying you're gonna cause Zep to go into fucking.
Brother.
I mean, Formal's insane.
Formal.
I don't think Zep ever watched Formal play in his prime, though, to be fair, so I understand why he thinks scrap over him.
Dude, Zep's like 12. I don't even know if Zep was alive when Formal was playing.
Oh my god.
Scrap is Formal, but 2 times pace? Okay, now you're just
Nah,
bullshit.
Formal is him, bro. Formal, he literally like invented the aggressive challenging ARs play style.
Yeah.
Like he was the one who started that shit.
Formal over Scump? Nah. I thought Scump over it. Halo player? Yeah. Has a ring in Halo and COD. And Scrap doesn't have one.
Chad, I'm gonna let you guys help me out with my overall top 30 list.
Okay,
Alright.
it's Turtle. What the fuck?
I'm gonna let you guys help me off with my overall top 30 list. If I were to take an overall top 30 list, am I taking talent into consideration over rings, or am I taking ring into consideration over talent?
You gotta find the
It depends
balance.
what you value more. Yeah, you gotta.
I mean, listen, rings is the number one thing, I think. When you're looking at a career, winning the world championship, I think, is the number one thing. It's the most important thing every player wants. But someone with 1 ring could be over someone with 2 rings if they were significantly individually better, in my opinion. Right? Like, Scump is over Crim Clay for a lot of people, even though he has less rings.
For me, he is.
Right?
Shit, I had Crim number 1 and you two didn't. I'm like, what the fuck? No way.
Yeah, but I changed my mind on that.
I had Crim number 3, and I got caught faded.
Yeah, I had Crim 1. Corbin
Viper with
2.
another 5. Thank you, Viper. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that's what makes it difficult.
I wouldn't have Frosty on my top list. And honestly, if Frosty played more than 1 year, I would have CDL list. But I can't knock 3 wins in a year and then dipping. Tippable as fuck. That's literally tippable as fuck.
Yeah.
You can't.
And Karma's play formal, and I'm pretty sure that's what like 99% of the people have in their all time.
That's what I had, Turtle. That's what I had on my list. That exact 5.
Yeah. I like what CM Yoru said. Talent is like the deal breaker if accolades are close enough. Like if you got the similar amount of wins, but someone's just better individually, like that to me is like a good tiebreaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's similar, like when there's a big difference, that's a different story.
Thoughts on Jerd being top 10 talent all time, dude? I love Jerd. Big Jerd guy over here. But no,
Man.
fuck no. What the fuck? Not even close. But big Jerd guy over here.
Zeb, if Scrap showed up to champs this year and won, he'd be top 10.
Oh, easily.
He might be top 7.
If Scrap got a ring this year, he's probably number 6 or 7.
Yeah.
In CDL, right?
Yeah, in the CDL. No, he's not number 6 or 7
Okay,
all time. No, we're not that crazy.
But guess what? Both times he showed up to champs, he got 5-0'd by New York. And then the next year,
He got 4th.
they got 4th. And the year after that,
They got 3rd. They got 3rd. Because they beat LAT.
Because they beat LAT for 4th, yeah. And then they lost NY, so yeah. So, I mean, again, but I would love to put him over Priest and Skies.
Scrap's got a
But-
lot of career. He's literally only in his 3rd season. He has a lot of career to play.
Yeah.
There's no need to rush him to the top because that's what people try to do with Dashy.
Was the Shotzi of his era, or Factor? Are you just a Jared fan? Or... I think Factor might be biggest Jared fan ever.
Yeah.
Karma was Shotzi of the CWL.
Karma was him, but no.
I don't know. I don't really know if there was like a Shotzi of the CWL. Shotzi's like.
You like Jake's new poster? What new
Dude,
poster?
I got a juvie thing, but it's backwards. My camera is flipped for some reason
I feel
in
like
OBS. Let me
I feel
flip
like
this.
Shotzi and Hydra.
No.
Like,
I'm looking at you and it says Juvie Code Map.
Really?
I guess, yeah, you're right. On YouTube.
Yeah.
No, on YouTube, you're fine.
I hear you.
Yeah, I just flipped it.
Back in Vanguard, Scrap was already the goat. I hear you.
Dude, they could have had Scrap. Optic could have had Scrap in Vanguard.
They could have had Hydra too.
Karma's really
Paris
2 wins.
Paris could have had Pred and Hydra.
We were talking about this the other day, Christian, and the consensus I think we came to is if you're talking individual, like if you're just talking in general, you can say that Karma has 5 rings. But when we rank a list of players, I'm not counting Karma having 5 rings. I'm counting Karma having 3.
Yeah.
But like if you come up and say DB5, I'm like, yeah, DB5, sure, 5 rings. But if when I'm making my list in 3 weeks' time, to me, Karma has 3 rings. That's only fair.
Yeah, because it's
I
an
can't
all-time
count
player list.
Yeah, because then fucking Crowder has 2 rings. And you're like, what the fuck? A lot of people probably don't even know that Crowder played, to be honest. So
Cap has what, 3 now as well as a coach, if you include his 1
Mhm.
as a player. So
yeah.
Viper also had the 2. He sent his top 30 list, and Luke sent his top. Everyone sent their top 30s.
Exactly, Charlie. That's exactly what I was saying. People probably don't even know he played.
Viper, is this your actual list, or did you just do this to make a point? Because you just listed this in order of rings. Like you just got it going from Shotzi at 3 rings, number 1, to the 2 rings, to the 1 ring, to the no rings.
And why is Scrap 20 by default? What the fuck does that mean?
I guess he's just better, but he doesn't have a ring. He's just better than them, but he doesn't have a ring.
Brother, don't show Austin your list. You have Merc above Scrap.
I mean, he is scrap number 20.
Oh my god.
Scrap 20 is crazy. Scrap 20 is crazy.
Let's see. Luke's
Austin,
got
Don't look in the
Shotzi 1.
Discord.
Let me see.
I love to hate him. Scrap's a very easy guy to hate, but he's also a very easy guy to love. Honestly, I don't genuinely understand why people either. I feel like he's
You're cutting out like crazy.
whatever. Fucking hate this thing. God damn it.
Okay, we're gonna get you a new one. Sir
Yeah,
Plum
we're
with
gonna get
another
you one.
5, by the way. Shout out Sir Plum. Luke, I think your list, I mean, it looks good, actually. It's kind of small on the screen, but I think it looks actually really good.
You know what's not small? Jake. He's humongous.
I'm big and I have a big body, small wiener.
Jesus, it's CDL only, not CWL. Former played 2 years, which is why he probably has him 30.
Yeah, CDL era only. Jesus is my father.
Okay.
Jesus is also my father. God
Yeah.
bless.
Yeah, it's difficult, bro. It's tough, man. It's very, very tough to rank players and how you value it, but that is what makes it the most fun.
I agree, Helicopter. That's exactly right. They definitely count. Coaches' rings should count, but they do not count toward player success. That's where people need to draw the line. People can't put Karma as the GOAT because he has 5 rings. That's bullshit. He has 3. But they count in a general term.
If you want to say Karma has the best COD career, sure. Because as a player and as a coach, his whole career in Call of Duty, sure. But also, if you say COD career, does that include content? Like, does that include what Scump did in his Call of Duty content as a part of his career?
Kayla, did you like it? I put my flags back there. Isn't it all nifty?
Formal played in Cold War. Yeah, Formal played 2 years, but he I mean, he got relatively shit on for the most part, right? And they didn't win anything really. They won like twice.
Career as a player, nothing else. Yeah,
Well, a Call of Duty career is everything you did in content, or everything you did in COD. I mean, not in content.
But for
as a player
wise,
career, it's just what you did as a player.
Yeah. For ranking wise, we are doing player career for sure, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we're not adding coaching rings into to rankings. Just there's only like a couple people that ever did anything as a coach anyway that were really players. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of whatever. But if you ask me right now, who has the best COD career? It's Karma. He's got 5 rings.
League needs more scraps. It'd be hard to hate another player. We need the heals. I do at least scrap is awesome for that. There's a couple players in the league that are very hated. Scrap draws. But I mean, it's not like it's a bad thing. That's a good thing. It gets people going. You know how doped up every single player on stage hears how loud the crowd gets, even if they're saying "fuck you, draw." Like it's good. It's a good thing.
Dude, and people like I see people on like Twitter and Reddit that are like, "Oh, Scrap's got to stop talking shit," or "Envoy's got to stop," or "Draws has got to stop," and it's like, bro, if nobody talks shit, we would all be bored. Like there'd be so much less things to be interested in. Everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta stop talking shit. You haven't won anything." Brother, if he stopped talking shit, those same players be like, "Oh, now he's backtracking. You know why is he stopping now?" Like, bro, they have to keep doing it because it makes it entertaining.
There's no tactical Rab without shit talk, man.
Oh my god, Rab would literally he would go broke. He'd lose all of his houses, all of his cars, no more steak dinners.
Like,
thank you for the 5 again, Sir Plum.
I think the coach ring does show IQ for sure, Christian. And like we've said it a few times, definitely goes towards the total COD career, but
yeah, I mean, if we're talking like all time, I'd have JP over Scrap.
He's got 2 rings. Yeah.
JP's up to what now? 3 wins, 2 rings? I mean, shit. Wait, was JP? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got him last year. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. X is over Scrap at that, right?
Jesus Christ. JP won on NYSL. He did. He
was an analyst for them, right?
He did.
JP, man. That's inspirational.
Yeah. What's his name? Swag Checked has a ring when he was a part of the NYSL.
What's his social media manager? Just fresh. He got a ring. He might be the youngest person ever win a ring.
Literally.
Because he wasn't even 18.
Sarah and D-Row for NYSL with JP.
Yeah, that was their stuff.
Who was their coach before D-Row? It was that one dude that looked like Jake.
I have no idea, bro.
Myrtle, who was NYSL's coach before D-Row stepped in? Raven, there we go.
Oh. Bobble.
Oh, yeah.
Revan. John Bobble.
Revan.
Forgot about Revan.
You think Revan looks like Jake?
Do I actually look like Revan?
I don't remember.
Brother. What? I don't look anything like this guy. Dude, I don't look anything like Revan. Like what?
My memory is fading. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Chat, do I look like Revan? Yes or no?
Yeah.
To be honest, he kind of looks like Preston.
Oh my god.
Got the long neck.
Not everyone looks like me, man.
I mean, you kind of do look like everybody.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
No, that's not what he looks like now, right?
I mean, I'm sure he looks different now.
Preston Jake Lovechild. No, fuck no, not even that. I think Alex is off the papaya.
I don't know why. I thought he was blonde. Oh my god! All right, let's look at Austin's.
His top 30 is gonna be awful. It's gonna just be Scrap number 1. Who cares about the rest at that point?
If he actually has Scrap
he does.
Okay.
I can't tell if Zepp is one of those like dedicated to the bit like because they scrap number one fan, I'm gonna have scrap number one all time, like ever, all the time, every time. Or if it's like I gotta keep up, you know, like, or if he like genuinely believes it. Like at this point, he's really convinced himself that scrap is the best no matter what. I feel like it's got to be the bit, right? There's no way he's actually convinced himself.
I don't know.
Wait, Jake, let me see your list.
My list?
Yeah, I felt like he just took your list and just moving shit around.
Is it the same? Did he just do this? Oh no, he's got Sib 28.
Okay, now.
Sib 28's not bad. I mean, I have it as honorable mention, so.
Yeah, me too.
And now the guy can't win without Pred on his team.
Damn.
Damn.
He won without Pred in NYSL.
Yeah, but he got an even better sub in Hydra.
That's true. He can't win with the star sub. Let's say that.
But now he's got to win.
Now he's great. Oh, fuck! I was going to say the exact thing. You know, Gwyn, Hydra, Pred, they're like one and the same. They're all
they're all the best subs I've ever watched.
Yeah.
He looks like an American Shane.
Shout out Shane.
Sib is overrated. Might be the most inconsistent player.
Turn on his ball.
Inconsistent player, you think? There's got to be a more inconsistent player than Sib, surely.
Well, I mean, probably. Maybe just most inconsistent of like the, upper caliber classified players.
But I could hear you calling him overrated for sure. I hear you on the overrated. Top players, top talent.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, because everyone talks about Sib as one of like the top ARs since he's been in the league, which I mean, rightfully so. His Vanguard rookie year is very good.
I mean, to be fair, last year at the end of the year, he was probably NYSL's best player.
I mean, the first half of the year was kind of mid, and then towards the end, him and Hydra are going nuts. I'd let Preston be the big spoon.
Thank you, Plub.
Thank you, Plub.
I'll be the big spoon anytime you'd like.
You think the FaZe trio will break up after the crash out at Champs? Hey, shout out Rooster. Might be the only person on Twitch who's watching right now. It depends how they do at EWC. If they win EWC, I don't think they do. They don't win EWC, I'm thinking one's gone.
Jake and Preston having scrap over Octane. I mean, hey, if you have Octane over scrap on your list, I would not. However, I'm taking a couple wins.
He's got one. He doesn't have the ring, but he's got one more win. He's got more MVPs. I think as an individual player, he was better than Sam in a lot of the CDL, right? I mean, Octane like BO4's up there. Octane, those earlier years pre-CDL, but scrap's pretty godlike.
Oh my god, I was trying to mix wins and rings and just almost said wings. That was insane. Rings definitely have a lot of weight for sure, but you can't make a list strictly on rings.
If you can, if that's genuinely like, there's some people who genuinely think the only play for champs, majors don't matter, MVPs don't matter. And I think that's few and far between, but there are some people that genuinely believe that. So if that is what you believe, then sure.
Octane was dropping 1.4 in MW19. Yeah, and didn't win shit.
This is the top 30 CDL era, Jacob. I can scroll through this again. Also, Snap Season in my Twitch chat. Is Karma the Goach or Crowder?
Karma.
You think he's already the Goach? 2 years, 3 wins, but 2 are rings?
Yes, and you can't really count 3 years. It's more like 2.5 years too. With he came in the last
2 years, 3 wins.
Yeah.
Here, I'll scroll through the list slowly, chat, for anyone that missed.
2 rings in your first full 2 seasons as coaching. I mean, that puts you up there for sure. Guy's got a mind for the game, man. Got a mind for the game. I think Kenny's going to be a fucking unbelievable coach, too, when he decides to hang it up. If he decides that's what he's going to do. Kenny and Karma are like one and the same to me.
Yeah, I think Ken could be a really good coach. It'll be interesting to see what he does whenever he hangs it up. Hopefully he doesn't hang it up. I don't want to see Kenny go out like the way he would be going out if he went out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
We Preston have at number 23. Preston had Frosty at number 23.
Oh. Hey, whatever.
Whatever.
Preston's list is cursed. I hear you. I think his list is the most cursed. I can't lie.
How did Frosty make it? 3 wins in 1 season in the CDL. That's guy played 1 year, won 3 times and dipped. Went back to Halo. That's Aura. Off of Aura alone, he's 23.
I mean, off of Aura alone, he's top 20, I think. You got to bump him up. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's genuinely hard. You think a guy with 3 wins, like, in the top 25 sounds wild, but there's not that many people with 3 or more wins. And you realize that when you start to think about it.
That's true, Turtle. That's true. But
you could also play the people that are in front of you, so that's only the way.
Those Discord 20s they ran, they can't help COVID. Guys, I know like a lot of people don't count the NW19 season, but like at the end of the day, they did what they could, what they had.
Yeah.
There was a global pandemic going on, and what they did is what they put on. At the end of the day, they count. They could do with whatever they could with what they had. So, online was the name of the game for almost every esport at that point. So, it's got to count. It literally has to count. I wouldn't want to count it either if it wasn't the only option we had.
Yeah.
But not a highly weighted chip. I get that.
Yeah, if you're weighing it against an actual LAN major, obviously, I think it's not as valuable, but
Zin 1, those don't count. That's fucked up. My bad,
Zin. Damn.
Mm.
Damn. It's tough, dude. It's you really gotta like put it all on a sheet and make a formula and weigh everything the way you think it's valued on a scale and see what you come up with. That's what I tried to do. But even I didn't do it like fully fleshed out as much as I could have.
I think Marco's list is the best if you ask me.
Top 5 CDL players all time: Shotzi, Dashy, Merc, Hook, Scump. Really? You got Merc over Hook? He has 1 less ring.
Might put Viper in the coronary over there. Viper might have a stroke.
The criteria is CDL era only, Wyatt. It's just these last 6 seasons. It's just the last 6 seasons. We'll have to post this on the Twitter after this, and we'll let people vote as we always do on whose list was the best. I'm gonna tell you right now, Preston, your list is coming in dead last. If the chat was any indicator, I think yours was the one they didn't like. Oh! Sir Plum with $100 super chat. Holy shit! I need a W spam right now in the chat. Yo, Sir Plum, thank you so much, and have a good fucking night. God damn. Have a drink or 2 on me. More like have 15 drinks on you. Holy shit. That's insane, Sir Plum. Thank you for all the super chats and the gifted earlier as well. Okay, Alex. Holy god damn. Oh my god, he's gonna give himself carpal tunnel. Oh my god, $100 super chat is insane. Wow.
I can't wait for Reddit to yet again comment on me because they love me over there, so.
Oh no, you're big. Reddit's a big Caesar season fan.
Send me that sheet and I'll come out with the formula that's like,
yeah, let me send him this sheet. Let me send him the sheet that
That's what I did, Turtle. I don't know if you were here when I said what I did, but I took everyone's average winning per year played as their number, and then I multiplied it by, I added a few double points for MVPs and 5x for rings. That's how I got the number and added everything together.
Mm-hmm.
I did exactly what. I didn't lie. I'll show you the Excel sheet if you believe me. Actually, if I'm not lying, Frosty and Pharaoh on my list for like 16. I bumped them down like 6 spots.
Rightfully so. Rista and Skies over Scrap is a little bit wild. I can't lie.
No, it's not. The have a ring.
That's true. They do have a ring, and they do have more wins as well.
Yeah, that shit thing.
Sid only has 1 more ring than me in this. I hear
You're not wrong. Yeah, Dario, I can put the list back on screen.
Yeah, Sky's been in the league more than I have, and we have the same amount of rings. Like, come on.
Here, I can scroll back. I can scroll back through the list again for anyone wondering. And if you're watching on YouTube, man, you can always pause and you can, read the list and then unpause and then
Did you
go.
just see Preston's thick ass?
Oh, he's so thick.
Sorry. What's he bringing?
All right, look at this shit.
This guy's got the laptop out, chat. Eyes out, laptop out. Again, if you're just tuning in, feel free to pause as I scroll through this, and then you can unpause and repause. So you can kind of see. We all have obviously different lists. Some things line up like Skies. All of us have them at 13. That's good work. Oh fuck! I just scrolled down. But everything else is different, pretty much. And if you don't already, follow around the CDL on Twitter. Links in the description, man. We're gonna post this, and you guys are gonna vote on who you think is got the best list.
The
Told
fuck
you I
does
wasn't
that
making
say?
that shit up.
He's just got a bunch of numbers. I don't know. It's very small, so it's hard to say.
Oh, because
Focus, motherfucks.
Kenny that high is crazy, you think? Kenny's got 2 rings.
Ricky, where would you have him? I would love to hear this.
Ken's got
nonsense.
2 rings, 2 MVPs, handful of wins.
Are we disrespecting Ken?
He's one of what? Only 4 players with 2 rings in the CDL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
And 3 of them are on up the gap.
well, technically all 4.
Technically all 4. Yeah.
I
know.
mean, listen, 2 of them played for LAT.
I mean, are we counting who got?
I mean, who played for LAT? So I'm counting it. Any who played for LAT. So we all have. Listen. No one else can say that. I Dallas Empire, I guess.
Champs performances in CDL era. Ooh,
Top.
like the entire champs tournament or just Sunday.
That's so difficult. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
Viper with the 2. If Hydra didn't win MW2 champs, where would he be?
He'd be top 15 too.
He'd probably
top
be. He'd be like just around the top 10. He'd basically be like Scrap with a couple more wins.
I think he's probably like 30, 33 if he doesn't win MW2 champs.
I mean, that chance performance was fucking godlike. It was just whole season. I think for the 2 though, Viper. I think he's still probably around 10. A little higher, a little lower, depending on how you value it.
Wait, Turtle, if you're still in here, who does? I mean, in the CDL, who has the highest champs KD grand finals?
Kiz has got the highest grand final. It's like a 1.5 something, isn't it? Or
And
no?
Skies is in second. Yeah. Kiz is a 1.52 and Skies is a 1.51.
Damn.
Grand finals, yeah.
They're shitting on Scrap. Holy fuck.
I mean, they 5-0'd him.
Yeah, and after you said if you shut down Hydra, they can't win. Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Strifey.
I don't think he got a new cam. I think he's just looking angelic right now.
Thank you. It's because my list was so good.
Ultra was sabotaged.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait to do our all-time top 30s after EWC. That is going to rile some feathers, I'm sure. Because that's everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's all the players. Some people are going to think Shotzi should be T5. Some people think Shotzi should be T3. Some people think Shotzi's barely T10. Whoever those people are, maybe you know what I'm saying, but...
What would you value more, an MW29 chip or a minor? An MW2019 chip?
Yeah. Even if the 2019 chips were like online, similar formats and stuff, they were like, they were the major. So people definitely had been playing at least mentally harder in that than they are minor.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome back, Luke. I don't know why you got timed out, and I'm sorry. I saw your message in the Twitch chat. I literally can't untime you out. There's no feature on YouTube to untime out somebody.
Oh, I timed him out.
Oh, Preston timed you out.
Yeah. No, I timed him out. Yeah.
Even with 4 less teams? Yeah.
I started watching 2011, Michael. OG MW3. I didn't watch like every match from obviously then to now, but that was when I first started.
What up, Ed? What up, Ed?
Good, Ed.
Yeah, I started watching last week, I think.
Wait, is Eddie, the one that we met at DreamHack?
No, different Ed.
No.
Oh.
This Ed came on the show.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah,
I
remember?
don't remember
Yeah.
that.
We did that was our major 4 predictions.
Is that when
He turned his camera on. He was
Yeah.
roasting the fuck out of the Boston ARs, I'm pretty sure.
The Sup Little C's.
Yes, top 30 all time. What up, Protocol COD?
Top
Yeah,
50
top
would be
30 all
insane.
time
Yeah, we're doing
after.
top 30.
I don't think I can manage a top 50, bro. I think I might shit myself trying to figure that out. Trying to figure out like 20 through 30 is hard enough. Imagine trying to figure out 40 through 50. You'd have like a bunch of guys with like 3 wins, and like, how do you even differentiate at that point?
Are you going to be able to? Is there like a stat sheet
Nothing.
that has like.
No,
Joker's gonna give it to us.
yeah, Joker said he'd help with that, but even if he gets busy and doesn't have it or something, I'll figure something out for us.
Okay.
Don't you worry, man. We'll all have the stats for our top 30 list, so at least we can have a fair, balanced playing ground.
Mm-hmm.
I would not put Frosty in the top 50. He'd be in the top 60, but not the top 50.
He might be top 50.
No, I don't think so.
Top 5 worst CDL
Yeah,
rosters.
right now.
I think all of Paris Legion. They're the last 5 rosters.
Worst seed. I
And
mean,
no-
yeah, Vanguard,
Falcons.
Well, Falcons. The Saudi Falcons seems the worst.
Yeah.
And then beyond
Yeah.
that is
Saudi
Vanguard Legion,
Falcons,
Boston
Vanguard
MW3.
Legion, Boston last year.
I mean, LAG this year might be.
Major 2 Optic this year.
And then
Major 2 Optic might be last, actually.
Champs face.
No, it's still Saudi. It's still Saudi boys.
Champs phase is insane.
What did Bruce say? It's just phase. It's just phase of champs.
Champs LAT.
You're not wrong. They were ass. Holy shit.
Oh no, but it's definitely the Falcons roster. Like all the way up until they got Pred and the boys.
And even that team's bottom 10, probably.
Yeah. What about MW 2019?
LAG bet. LAG team.
Surge,
Was bad.
Yeah,
That's
the
Surge
Surge team
team.
was ass, too.
That LAG team with Aches and Lacefield, that team was ass.
That team is terrible, bro. I still cannot believe Aches got a guaranteed like 400K and he played like 2 matches.
Literally.
Guaranteed cash. I mean, I don't know what Activision sold these people on to get into the CDL, but whatever their pitch deck was in that meeting they had with them must have been godlike. Because people lost millions and millions of dollars to join the CDL for whatever reason.
Surprised I haven't been to.
People were hyping Lins to be the next Hydra, and dude totally crashed out this year. I don't know if anybody really thought he's going to be the next Hydra. It was just a meme because he was French, and then he's teamed with all of Hydra's old teammates.
I
Yeah.
think he's actually better than Hydra, to be honest.
Yeah, we got to get this guy off the show, man. I'm opening applications. LAT running Worlds next after getting a BZ this offseason. We'll see.
Jake said he'd
Who
be
said
okay
that?
with the BZ.
Listen, I could never be upset if a BZ or Simp joined my favorite team. I would be upset if
Sure.
Dylan Envoy got booted, but I could never be upset with one of those guys joining as well. You know what I'm saying?
The
The math has spoken. Ooh.
What is the math?
Ooh.
What is the math said, Turtle?
The math is gonna math.
The math is in my ass.
Well, that with the BZ would go crazy. Yeah. But he's gonna go to Falcons and play with Pred. Or he might go to Toronto.
Any world where Scrap and Hydra don't team? Not this coming season. Those guys are definitely teaming together on LAT this next year. Unless they get offered $6 million for them.
Sell Simp Shotzi is what the math says.
I don't like that math.
Yeah, that math is
I
absolutely fucking
will
stupid.
also say the math that I did, sell number 1, Shotzi number 2, Simp number 3.
Hey, I had
And I did my
Salabov
own
Simp.
swaps.
I had Salabov Simp and people were calling me fucking stupid in the chat.
He
so-
said he said it's on the sheet. Yeah, that math is stupid, just like algebra. Like, what the fuck we gotta start putting letters and numbers? I mean, letters and shapes and shit.
Damn, that math has Envoy number 6. Draws number 7. Damn, Kenny number 9. Dashy number 10.
Where's Hook?
Math is
Number
stupid
7.
anyways. Who likes
He's
math?
above Kenny and Dashy.
That's where I had Hook.
Where's Scrap?
Number 14?
Where's Scump?
Barely on the list. Under
I hear
Pharaoh
you.
and Frosty, I'll tell you that much. He's under Pharaoh and Frosty.
Who's under Fair and Frosty?
Scump.
Hey, me too. I got called crazy.
You know who's also above Scump? Mercules. Insight.
Me too. Oh, I don't have that one, but I have Merc.
Yeah, you just don't like Insight, I think. I don't think you fuck with Insight.
Yeah, I don't think Insight's that good, to be honest.
Hey,
Just
don't
being
worry.
honest.
Coming in at number 50, according to Turtles math, Charlie Hicksey.
Oh,
Wow. You know, I
God.
almost gave Hicksey an honorable mention.
Hey, I would have given him one. He made a grand final at Champs. You got to tip that, man. You got to tip that. Threat, I hope Scrap and Hydra are the duo forever, bro. I hope.
Shit. Preston has a grudge against players that don't follow him? That's not true.
Preston used to not follow all the players in the league, chat. I had to tell him to follow the players in the league.
Really?
He only followed them if they followed him. If they followed him back, or they were on Optic.
Oh,
I mean-
God, has everybody following him?
I was like, bro,
All right,
we're
listen to the
we're
show.
CDL podcast people. Let's follow the pros.
Jake was like, "We have a podcast. You should
Like,
follow
the
us."
players. I mean, I followed him before we even had the podcast.
Wait, you follow all the players?
Yeah, now I do.
I follow the whole league. Yeah.
25 points for ring, 15 for major, 10 for minors, 7 for MVP, 5 for all star. Oh, I didn't
For
give
a
any points for
minor?
I didn't give any points for minors. I didn't give.
I put the
my
minor
bad.
on there just to make sure we, like, in case there's a tiebreaker and someone needed it. But
I
obviously,
follow Wake. No, Wake has me blocked. I
That's
do not follow Giga.
all right, let's close it out, man. Give your parting remarks, chat. But I mean,
Yeah, I went 30 for 30 today, chat. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be on ESPN TV show here in a couple months. You know, I don't give a fuck if you don't like my list. It's my list. Make your own, bitch. That's all I gotta say.
damn.
Yeah, chat. Again, we'll be making our all-time list after EWC, which is in about
Couple
I don't
weeks.
know, like 3 weeks or something like that, 2-3 weeks. Marco, I appreciate you. You know ball. Anyways, yeah, when Jake posts this, if you're on the afterthoughts, on the Spotify's, on the Apple Podcasts, wherever else you are, make sure you post your top 30 list as well under the tweet. Yeah, chat, we love y'all. Again, if you hate us, if you love us, you're still washing. You dog shit fuck. Shout out Control. Shout out Omit. Shout out 1v1 me. Shout out Juvie. Am I missing anything else?
That's good.
Shout out Lat. Shout out Omit. Optic. See you, chat.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Rooster for the tier 1 over on Twitch, my guy. But yeah, chat, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like. If you're listening on Spotify, leave a 5-star review. We're going to tweet out the lists. You guys go vote on the poll underneath the tweet. The link's in the description to Around the CDL. Let us know who you think had the best list. We all know Preston's getting dead last, but that's okay. I'm opening up applications for new co-hosts because these boys got absolutely faded. Off to Papania. And yeah, man, we'll see you guys soon, hopefully, with another episode of Around the CDL. Shout out 1v1 me for sponsoring, as always. We'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace out, chat. Peace.